Welcome to Insert Coin, episode 10.
Hey!
Huh?
Behold!
Yeah!
What is happening?
I don't know!
The huge manatee! Why?
Huge manatees? Sailors thought they were mermaids.
Sorry, folks. It is Memorial Day, and so we're doing Soundcheck Live because there was a little bit of lateness because barbecue.
And we all had to park 14 miles away.
Yep.
That is also
Up the hill, both ways.
In the snow. It was really unseasonable.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Damn,
keep
weather
your
balloons.
car to yourself. I've actually found that my parking has gotten worse since we shifted to 7 o'clock.
It's always crap.
And the drive. Everything is worse. My life is lesser.
No, my life is better with the earlier drive, but
Oh, see, it's earlier drive's harder for me.
but
Whatever.
that's part of why I've influenced my wife to buy a plug-in hybrid car, because then I can just take the carpool lane from my house to here every Monday. It had nothing to do with her. It was all me saying, no, let's get this one. All right.
Yeah.
Welcome,
That was a good
Internet.
intro.
It is Happy Jack's RPG Podcast. I am Kadave, and this is Tales from the Loop. Insert coin.
Oh, doing a thing.
I was unplanned and really not well executed, but it's a thing. Because Nick is doing stuff, I will go to my right.
Oh, meat and cheese, though.
Oh, I will go across.
Yeah!
It's just topsy-turvy Memorial Day madness.
Control-Alt-Delete. You go.
Oh, God, no!
No, I'm here on the wrong day.
I'm not even supposed to be
Here
here today.
today.
All right, I've chewed enough of this cheese. Hi, I'm Mac. I am playing Margaret Midge Johansson, who is the weirdo, which is not at all like me as a person.
Can't confirm.
More cheese.
I'm Joey, and I'm here secretly. You don't know who I am. I don't know who I am. Where am I? What is this?
Look,
Where's
Rock.
Buttercup?
Look away from this corner of your screen.
You can't see me.
Secrets.
Is Joey above me in the squares?
Ignore the Joey
yes.
behind the curtain.
Yes, he is, yeah.
Oh,
if you
or
point out
I'm 14. What do you want from me?
can you scoot in a little bit?
Yeah.
This is like some kind of horrible Hollywood Squares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you really want to, you could treat him like a Muppet.
Worst.
Yeah.
Oh! You usually buy me dinner first.
Well, how about after?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I'm Jason, and I'm playing the jock, definitely a real boy.
Like, definitely
got
a real
no
boy.
strings. Wait, wrong game.
Hey guys, I am Nick. I am playing Danny, whatever my name is. Sorry, I'm not. I'm
Alonzo.
a little flustered. Yes.
Crushed it.
Yeah.
This is the kind of professional quality content people have come to expect.
And none
from
of, I
Happy
want to
Jacks.
note, right now, there are beverages to be drunk at this table that could lead to this sort of a way of
Oh, yeah.
being as a person, but nobody's had any of it yet, and we're already like
We are 100% to a person cold stone sober.
This is true.
Stone cold.
Which could be part of the problem.
Cold Stone Sober.
I've
So
had
sober.
Yeah.
People smear me
Speaking of
along
Cold
on
Stone, I made ice cream for the
Marble
first time today.
tabletop.
Oh, awesome.
I'm combined of two different flavors.
And terribly overpriced.
That is accurate.
I'm
Yeah.
bathed in liquid nitrogen.
Ooh. What's
I may
that,
be
ice
easy,
pan-
but I'm
ice
not
pan
cheap.
place?
Yeah, something. Let me just check in here real quick.
All right.
I'm so happy.
So, that's a thing. As you can see, with Joey being here, we are missing Sam, who plays Cassie.
Or
but
are
all,
we?
all will be explained shortly, because she's still visiting her sea relatives in Seattle.
She's seeing relatives.
I hate everyone.
I fixed
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Thank you.
Did you see your C thing?
Yeah.
I made a huge mistake.
See
And
about fixing that.
scene.
Ah! All right. So, picking up, I know normally you're expecting the recap right now, but she's not here, so bear with us a minute. The end of last week's episode, had Crash. We'll get there. We'll do this part
right.
and then we'll do that. Okay, I promise. Unless you really need it. Are you ready?
No, I'm,
Okay.
I have
ready.
nothing to say.
Oh.
Oh god.
Last week's episode, we were left with Crash laying on the floor of the garage
It's just very sleepy.
in Cassie's house because he needed a nap. Cassie was in the other room because she was trying to call your parents.
Oh, right.
And she had then didn't get a hold of them, and then convinced the robot Dav that was waiting at the junkyard to cross across town to check out what's up with you. Mm-hmm. So he is on his way over here, but he's not super familiar with the town, and it will take him a little while. Midge is still having some chicken and biscuits.
Yeah, hell yeah, I am.
Or at
Marge
this point,
is
you're probably
awesome.
cleaning up. Like,
I don't know, I'm a slow eater.
okay, yeah, it's fine.
In game and out of game.
Take your time, no rush.
I plan on it in game and out of game.
So, is having the. Also, we have so many characters that are derivative of Margaret.
Yeah.
So many.
That's not my fucking fault.
Steven.
One of them, listen, Marge is a perfectly good name for the Marge character.
No, it's fine.
And Maggie, the new character we met last time, wasn't my fault. I didn't get to pick that name.
It's true.
Way to
So
point fingers, dude.
It's conspiracy. That's the real mystery here.
Yep.
I did get a message on the forum like, you got to stop using that name. Like, stop. And I'm like, what?
What? Why?
Look, everybody wants to be my character. I get it. It's as close as they can get.
I actually just want to be Waffles.
Don't give it away.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not Waffles.
I had one job.
I know.
You could have played Waffles.
Oh my god. It crossed my mind.
Okay, scratch
All right.
whatever you had planned.
Yeah.
Throw it all away. All right. And Danny is there.
In the garage.
You had just gotten there. You're
Just
in the
got
garage.
back to the garage, yeah.
You're watching him in the garage.
Right.
Poking at my ears.
So
Right.
creepy.
Right.
Well, I'm looking for the
Awkward.
power port.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
what I'm
why?
actually doing is keeping an eye
Why?
on the mom and the. I'm in the doorway, keeping an eye on the mom and the
Okay.
patio and the
Boys don't have
And-
power ports,
and the-
Danny.
boy in the garage?
Fair.
Question mark?
You've got your attention split two ways. So, that's where everybody is at this moment. And Joey is rapidly approaching this central location. Yeah. That's not even a trope yet.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, that
late
movie's like
80s.
brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right,
See,
yeah.
I was gonna go more Bionic Man with a.
Yeah, that would have.
Yeah.
How would that fit in?
I hate you like a gross amount.
So where we're going to pick up, Nick, you hear in just outside the house, you hear several cars pulling up. Like something pulls right into the driveway because you can hear the engine like get right to the garage door
Okay.
before it cuts out.
Right, and the
And you can
lights
see
come
lights.
through like the little
Yeah.
cutout windows.
And then, but you hear a couple of other cars pull up. And the front door to the house just opens, and you hear like several sets of feet come into the house, and then you hear someone say, daughter located, starting to look for the wife. And you hear Cassie go, what? What's going on? And they're like, it's all right, ma'am. Come with us. We're here just to make sure you stay safe. And they seem to escort her out of the house. And she's like, no, but then she kind of gets smart about, like, maybe I shouldn't tell them that my friends are in the garage.
Yeah, I sort of like slowly close the door, listening for any squeaks.
And then
So
you
like
hear
there's just a little sliver that I can see what's going on.
you hear one of the other voices pipe up and go, we've located the wife, but she seems ill. Something.
Yeah, kind of.
She's in the yard, but she seems all right. But she seems like she's been sick. But we'll get her too. And then you hear a couple of people lift And you assume probably lift up Cassie's mom and start walking her out of the house. And all the footsteps sort of retreat out of the house.
So out of
door
the sliver of the
closes.
door, can I see who or
You
what
just
it
see
is?
a bunch of guys wearing typical
like business
1980s
suits,
suits.
or-
Yeah, they're very professional looking, but nobody like. It's an era where we didn't really have people in like the full crazy military tactical gear kind
Right.
of stuff. Like that's not a
Right.
thing yet. But they look very much like important security people.
They're ETing this bullshit.
Kind of, yeah, yeah.
God, I hate that movie.
But
You mean all those agents running around with their
Walkie-talkies?
walkie-talkies?
Yes.
to shoot people,
Yes.
Yes. That's not what I take umbrage with. ET is really crazy.
Careful, I'm gonna call someone.
So fucking stupid.
but you hear people getting in cars outside, and somebody closes the front door and like locks it, and you hear somebody just outside saying, "You know, the house is secure."
Crash, wake up! Crash, wake up!
And all the cars start pulling out and driving down the road. The
Can I
and
get
you
a?
probably from your dining room, you probably see a bunch of cars pull up, and then you see Cassie being escorted, not taken physically, like not kidnapped in any way, but clearly like they are guiding her out gently into a car, and then you see them carrying out her mom, who still looks horrendous, with chunks of stuff in her hair, and she's bad.
Can I make eye contact with Cassie? Like as she's without being seen?
Like peer out the garage door little window.
Yeah.
I think she's smart enough to not look at where you guys are, though.
You could probably peer out there. You probably don't make eye contact with her.
Okay.
Because they're escorting her right out to the... Like, as she's getting in, maybe she, like, sees you and she looks kind of afraid, but...
Is she like? Well, obviously, of course, she's freaked. Does she look like she knows who any of these people are? And
You live in town. Your mom even works at the lab.
yeah,
You know these guys look like the security team that works with the lab.
okay,
Like, they bring in, like, National Guard people in the event of something big happening, but...
right. But the local security,
Yeah.
okay. It's that cheap off the rack suit that they all
Yeah,
wear.
exactly. And it's all like classic 1982 Crown Victorias.
Okay.
They're the 3 cars parked outside, and they get them in.
So they can fit the shoulder pads in the car.
And then the 2 cars parked on the street drive off, and then the one with Cassie that was in the driveway backs out and goes on down the road.
Okay. Can I get a license plate?
Sure, you absolutely
Okay.
can. You can get the one that was in the driveway.
Okay.
The other 2 you didn't get a good look
Great.
at. And then the neighborhood's real quiet again. And Crash is still having a nice nap.
I'm fine.
Crash. What?
Yeah.
Come on. This isn't a time for a nap.
Probably like 45 seconds later, there's a knock on the door.
I look out through the little window, like the garage window. So can I see the patio?
Yeah, and there's just a kid standing there. A boy.
Have I ever seen him before?
Not even a little bit.
So it's not Horrible Peter.
No, it is not Horrible Peter.
100 times better than what this could have been.
Yes.
Hey guys! I saw a bunch of cards. You want to play?
You have room now, right?
Yeah.
Hey!
So you have an opening,
Looking
right?
for one more now. Oh.
Then we can play Gauntlet.
Horrible Peter, why?
I'm
All right.
assuming I can see this as well.
Yeah, you probably saw him, like, because you're probably looking out still,
Yeah.
but trying not to look concerned.
no,
'cause
I'm just kidding. I'm mad because Waffle's bath is going to have to wait now.
Waffles is still adhered to the inside of the pocket.
Waffles is filthy.
Like, attempting to just extract any bit of sugar left in his fur. He's just,
Yeah,
Borderline Coyote Ugly it. Just
yeah.
yeah. I think Waffles will eventually be able to clean himself just fine.
Yes. Absolutely. It's just going to take a while because it really crushed.
And Marge is still around?
Yeah, she's still there.
Okay. Hey, Marge, I'm really tired. I think I'm going to go to bed.
Oh, okay, sweetie. No problem. No problem. I can probably stay here a little while if you want.
It's okay.
Stop.
I'd rather find out You guys are assholes.
I wasn't even going there. I was just like, wow, that's the worst thing that I want. How do I talk this adult into leaving me here alone? This adult who was so concerned that they came across town with dinner for me.
No, it's okay. I'd rather you find out what's going on with Dad and, get him out of that.
Okay.
I want to know what's going on.
Well, why don't you go brush your teeth, get in your jammies, and then I'll come say goodnight, but I'll pack up all this food and put it in the fridge for you.
I can take care of it. I'm really worried about Dad, and I would really love if you go check in on that.
Okay, sweetie. Yeah. Like, you don't even have to roll because she'll buy that. Like, she gets it. Because she's that same level of concern, too.
Yeah.
So she's like, yeah, I'll give you a call. As soon as I get back to the station, I'll check in there and see if we've heard anything else before I go home.
Okay, if I don't answer, I may have fallen asleep. It was a long day.
Okay, yeah, for sure, sweetie. But I'll leave a message.
Okay, thank you.
So she sort of gathers up and she puts on her sweater.
Yeah, so I'm going to go up to my room and wait and listen for her to drive away, and then I'm going to go out the window and, over to Cassie's like I normally would.
Okay. You guys across the street, you looking out, you probably see Marge come out of the house a little shortly after, and she's got her sweater on, and she's probably carrying, a couple of pieces of chicken in the KFC bag, that kind of a thing.
Good, okay. She'll be here any minute. And there's still this boy on the porch?
There is still the boy on the porch.
Okay. I will come in through the house, checking to make sure Crash is still out.
I just need a nap.
Yeah. And I will open the door. Hello?
And in front of you is...
Hello? I am looking for Cassie. Is she here?
Cassie's not home right now. Can I help you? And I've got you're sort of standing in the door, so there isn't anything to see, but I don't want you to see the inside of the of the place.
I am here to see Cassie. I am Francois, her friend from the space camp.
So good. It's so good.
Are you Danny?
Yes.
Dear, it's so good to see you.
You're Francois?
Me?
You're real?
I
can't emote.
I feel like this is about the time that Midge comes walking up, and it's just kind of stopped behind him and staring at Danny looking for a cue as to what to do about this kid that's just standing here.
Hi, Midge. This is Francois.
You're shitting me.
No, there was no shitting. I am Francois. Midge, it's so good. Nice to meet you.
Holy shit, he's real.
Thank you.
Why does nobody say I'm real?
I'm sorry, just when people tell you that they have a boyfriend that lives in Canada or a friend in Canada even, you wonder if that's accurate.
That is so strange. Canada is a real place. Montreal exists. You can see it on the map, no?
I've never been there, so I can't verify.
Just... Wow, okay.
So where is Cassie? I was expecting to see her. I got a letter from her not too long ago, and I was rather concerned, so I wanted to come and see if I could help.
That's a good question. Where did Cassie go, Danny? Because I saw from the window...
Why don't you two come in for a minute and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we want to fade to the...
Yeah.
Notes?
This is a perfect time for the last letter that Cassie sent.
Can we drink to this amazing?
Yes,
that's
by the way.
happening?
So, in honor of the conversation during last week's game, I stopped at the liquor store on my way here today, and I saw in their case that they had the fabled cans of fruit punch for Loco. So I brought one for everybody.
I will hold mine up. is going home with me because if I drink this tonight, I won't go to work tomorrow.
Yeah. We haven't had a taste of this yet.
No.
No, it's as bad as you can imagine.
Oh,
I like
Oh,
that it
good.
says we ID on the can directly.
Sure.
Nice.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Can, for
Oh.
IDing me.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
all right.
Here, I'm gonna clink
This
it.
is 100%
Salute.
realistic.
Oh, it's so terrible. It is so
Oh,
terrible.
God.
And then someone else lets me try theirs.
Oh God.
Right,
Oh
someone
No,
let
it's
me-
delicious.
no.
Why does it burn?
Oh God, just the smell. Oh, the smell.
Don't smell it. It has a little hole on the can for a reason. Don't let it get near your nose.
It
He's gonna
burns the
dive
back
in
of your
there.
throat.
Yes.
Oh, just when you just when that Zima had reached the apex of badness. There's a whole new mountain.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. There's an aftertaste. What? It tastes like bubble gum.
Why?
Oh, no, I get like bad wine. Like it is.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh no, it's totally like
it's
bad
like $2
wine.
Chuck mixed with Kool-Aid
And Red Bull.
and carbonated.
Yes. This is
Oh,
bad news
God.
bears.
Oh, I had like those really foul flavored sodas on a stream once for charity, and this is worse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I had one that tasted like grass, and this is worse.
Did you have the Thanksgiving flavored soda?
I've had that.
No.
They did that for one stream, but I don't think.
Yeah,
that
and there was like a
yours.
sour cream one, and
Oh,
buffalo spicy buffalo,
Oh,
and
no.
grass, and then there was something else. They were
So,
They had a
hideous.
pine tree one.
For the
that
sake
day.
of science, it may be that our first impression was skewed.
We should go more. Yes.
Here,
For
all right,
science.
Here we go.
For science.
For science.
For Cassie. For science.
For Cassie's-
repeatable results
for
are the only
Cassie's
way to
side.
prove things.
Oh God.
Oh, I'm filled with regret.
Oh no, that's great. Yeah,
No.
I'm in.
It's not
No.
as bad.
No,
It's
even
still
me
bad.
Pretend. Alright.
Yeah, it
I
actually,
have to be part of
it
the
is
group. on
slightly
this.
better the second sip.
Because
But
Okay,
now the tongue is
problem
coated.
is the smell. Like even this
Yeah.
far from my face, I can just
It
smell
starts
it.
off in your mouth like Robitussin,
Yeah.
and then it finishes off like aged bad wine.
Yeah, that's
little
pretty
Susan-
accurate. The Robitussin. Yeah.
Susant of $2 Chuck.
The cough syrup. That's what I wasn't getting.
Yeah.
Now it's a,
Yeah.
Oh, see, that was my first thought because I remember Robitussin from when I was a kid, especially like the '80s, and my parents
Yeah.
would pour the fucking cherry flavor, and it's like
Yeah.
this is all
But
lies.
see, that's the mistake. Because the only one that tasted good was the grape Dimetapp.
Yes,
I would get
Dimetapp.
down on some Dimetapp.
and you'd be like, "Oh, I'm not feeling
And
good. Can I have some Dimetapp?"
That wasn't a sign of things to come at all.
Right? Yeah, I totally tried to scam Dimetapp off my parents.
Oh, no.
I'm trying to see what the. All right. God. Serving size is 5 fluid ounces. Servings per serving size per container is 4 3/4 at 12% alcohol by volume.
Jesus Christ.
It's been nice knowing you guys.
I'm not going to make it through this.
No, I'm
thing.
not doing this.
I brought it as a joke. Yeah,
Nope.
it's fine.
I will. I will be the sac. I will.
on,
I will
buddy.
be the. I will
You know
be the. Lo-
As
the goat on
a
this.
guest, I
He's
will
a
go there
big
with
guy.
you. I will do my best to finish this with you.
All right.
All right, I'll provide rides to anyone who needs
Yeah,
rides.
you live near to me, Nick,
yeah.
so I got your back.
It'll
there.
be
Well, I'm not taking you to Orange
Oh
County.
no! Plus, I've been camping for 4 days. Like I've had a lot of alcohol in my system. I'll probably be okay.
I have a couch
Yeah.
and cats to snow.
Is
I do
it
love
as
cats,
bad
so-
as Malort?
This is way better than Malort.
Okay.
I've never had
Wow.
Malort
really?
is a
Excellent.
whole different level of suffering. That one shot, you don't want to drink anymore. Like, it teaches you to be a better person.
This month on Happy Jacks has just
is-
been a lesson in despair and drinking.
Is there any more of
you
that
not
for,
see that
for a
part
con?
of the
Because
contract?
I do want to. I
Wait, you
will
signed a
participate
contract?
at a live.
I
I'm
had
just stupid.
100%.
What's
For those of you out there in TV land, sorry, this is a way left
Inside baseball.
turn
We're
for
not
me,
that
but,
sorry.
But yes, for the longest time, there was a tradition at the con live shows that people would bring what they believed to be just a terrible example of alcohol, and those of us on the panel during the cast would drink some of it. And I was growing tired of this because we'd had that Chocovine that tastes like gym socks and Yoo-Hoo.
Oh.
We had
Well, I like Yoo-Hoo.
we had this.
Do you like gym socks with your Yoo-Hoo?
I don't know. I've never tried it.
Right. No. Mm-mm. Just, you can assume. It doesn't make an ass out of anybody today. But then we had, somebody brought this liquor that had powdered mica
The, yeah.
in it.
The Vanique.
Yeah, that was the
Oh.
name of it. And if you shook up the bottle, it looked like the warp core from Star Trek, the first motion picture.
Yeah.
That first
It was like purple swirly.
weird.
Oh, I've seen
purple
that.
swirly
Okay.
stuff. It just tasted like rotten fruit.
Oh.
Like super sweet though. It was like somebody had taken like a bowl of fruit, let it sit too long, and then been like, if we just put it in the blender with like a half pound of sugar, it'll be great.
Gross.
Not great.
Not close.
Should we
I had one called Dragon Juice
do our
once.
recap?
We'll
And
get
it was
there.
spelled
I'm telling
like
the story.
JOOZE, and it was
me.
like alcoholic
Once
Dimetapp
before
in the worst
Loco
way
and
possible.
Oh God, no.
So then, I had grown tired of this game because I didn't want to drink bad things anymore, and I went online and I literally Googled what is the worst alcohol produced professionally, and I was linked to an article that had a pull quote from 4 Chicago area sommeliers that tasted Malort and gave their professional tasting notes on it.
Fuck this, why did we drink this?
And the pull quote from one of these sommeliers was, "It tastes like you had a big party in your apartment and nobody flushed the toilet all night."
God.
And I was like,
That's poetry.
I think that I gotta find some of this. So I went online and I
Really,
found a place.
that made you want to find it.
Yeah, because I was
you wanted to end the
determined-
war.
You wanted to
Right.
destroy
Yeah.
the... Okay.
Somebody
He used
started this
nuclear
war,
option.
and
Yeah,
I wanted
The
to end it.
nuclear option.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mutually assured destruction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just a sip, it just coats the inside of your mouth with bitterness. The worst. It felt like it was leaching all joy from your mouth.
So it's liquid stew?
Kind of. Yeah. But it was so bitter he didn't like it. I mean, that's what I'm telling you.
Even
Like,
stew was destroyed?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Literally everybody in the room is like, 4 beers later, it still tastes the same in your mouth. It doesn't leave. It's just,
Do you still
There.
just get like wisps of it to this day?
yeah.
Like a memory.
Some PTSD flashbacks.
Yeah.
I will give this as a promise. I will try some if it is.
I had
available.
bought 2 bottles of it for that
I will
convention
not.
because I didn't know how
Oh,
many
thank
people wanted
you.
to try it. I didn't. Anyway, I still have a bottle and a half because nobody was brave
Look
enough
what
to
you
go back
did.
more than once.
Look what you did.
So
I am history's greatest monster.
I have...
it'll emerge again.
I've
like the
developed
rabbit.
an immunity to the thing where someone goes, "Oh, this is disgusting. Here, try it." I have the ability to say, "No,
No,
thank you."
I trust you. It's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah,
disgusting.
I believe you, and I trust your opinion. No, thank you.
So now for our recap.
The recap. Yeah.
Sorry for that sidebar, but it needed to happen.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sam sent me pictures of her notes.
They take some doing.
I'll do my best. Session 10, side ball.
Sideball. Does that mean we're 11?
I thought last was
it-
session 9 last
Maybe,
time.
well, it may be the notes for session 10 to read at session 10.
Oh, maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Mon Dieu, Francois. Danny looked through the dream data that he had removed from the stack for info about his mom. He spotted a name, Bradley Kaufman, and a bit about her. Meanwhile, Crash was combing through the stack of dream data while I read it over his shoulder. It was pretty tedious. Danny spoke up about what he had found on Bradley Kaufman, the real estate agent. He showed us the data page with the info about his mom. We checked the phone books for information and found a full page, super tacky ad for the real estate agent. Clash was asleep by the time we found the ad. He called the number, but there was a message listing the open houses he was showing. His phone had redialed, so we called back and wrote down the addresses. We decided to check on the closest open house, but Clash was super tired, so we stopped at the 7-Eleven for sodas. Clash made a Coke Slurpee, and Jolt's soda. Voila.
Oh, that's true.
Our second beverage.
Our second
of the
provided
evening.
beverage of
Well,
the night.
should we just go ahead and take a sip right
Yeah,
now?
let's just
Yes.
knock that
I'm
out.
not drinking all of this either. This I remember. Oh, God. I'm sorry. My
I got 4, bitches!
rip my insides.
Oh, damn it.
Cola is totally fine.
I'm not really supposed to have caffeine, so.
Okay, well, cheers.
I just
Totally okay.
Remove
It's just by the
some
end of the
people.
night, I'm going to be all.
I'm not drinking all
That's
of that.
not
I'm
terrible
glad-
in
yeah,
comparison to
that
the Four
doesn't-
Loko.
It tastes like watered down
That
Coke.
might be what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just tastes like watered down Coke.
Oh, God,
I'm
it's
glad
so
I'm out of
sweet.
school.
We all
I
got
don't have
snacks
to do but
and
vibrate
biked
tomorrow.
over to the open house. There was a Chrysler LeBaron out front. The door was open. Clash dropped his bike and started walking straight in. The whole house smelled like cookies. And a big-haired lady came out with a high-pitched voice. She said Mr. Kaufman was not here, but Danny got her to call his car phone. It wasn't able to reach him, though. We got out before she noticed the sticky handprint Clash left on the white leather couch.
I mean, that's allegedly.
Allegedly. But we heard her scream from down the street. As we were riding to the next open house, my backpack started vibrating. I asked everyone to stop, and Clash yelled that my backpack was going to explode. He tried to tackle it off of me, but Waffles and Midge distracted him long enough for me to fish out the transmitter. It was Dav. Mad about how long we were taking, but we had to explain about looking for Clash's mom. My backpack strap was turned off, but we rode on to the second open house. There was a really gaudy car out front, and the door was closed. Clash tried it, and it was locked. Midge listened in at the door and heard a man and a woman talking. Danny and Clash argued about who should ring the doorbell, while Midge snuck around and looked in a window. The interior was what you'd call nouveau riche. Oh, français. Tish, that's French. As she snuck over the fence, missing the noisy lawn equipment and into the backyard. Through the kitchen window, she saw the realtor wearing a t-shirt, suspenders, and a shiny suit pants. He was talking to Clash's mom, who looked super confused. Midge called us over and told Clash his mom was in there. Clash walked over to the gaudy car and let the air out of the tire. It took a while. Danny rang the doorbell. Kaufman answered the door. Danny ran after ringing, but Clash walked straight up to the door and kicked the heck out of Kaufman's nards when he opened the door.
Kaufman's got nards.
Hey, you beat me to it. Well done.
It was impressive. The guy was down for the count. Clash stepped over him and walked in the house. I followed him, and Danny came over, kicking the guy in the side and yelling, "Stay away from my mum!" Clash talked to his mom, and she was really confused. She seemed like she wanted to go home, so we found her keys and her car in the garage. Mrs. Clay went to sleep in the back seat. Danny said he really needed to go home since it seemed the effects of the swap were wearing off. We all made him promise to meet us at the junkyard and told him to go see his mom. A guy with a dog walked by asking if everything was okay. We said, yeah, fine. And cheesed it back to Clash's house. He actually is a pretty good driver.
Or fromaged it back.
Yes, thank you. We got Mrs. Clay in the house and told Midge about how Clash kicked that guy. She was pretty impressed. Clash grabbed some beers from the fridge and a baseball bat. He wanted to drive with Midge, and I talked him out of it. He said something dumb about her dad and made her mad, though.
That's my brand, really.
Meanwhile, Danny made it home to find his mom asleep on the floor. He grabbed a pillow and a comforter for her and sat down and held her hand, singing the lullaby she used to sing to him. He wrote her a note saying, "I love you," and left it on her before heading to the junkyard. Clash, Midge, and I made it to the junkyard. We saw a convoy of military vehicles heading to the southeast of town. I told Dav about it, but it did not look like anything to him. We snuck in. Billy was there in the office playing Atari. I showed Clash and Midge the trunk to stash the items in, gave the list, and kept watch in case Billy came out. Danny was on the way when he spotted a cute girl on the bench near the record store playing new wave music on a ukulele. He skidded to a stop, told her his name, complimented her sound, and gave her a paper with his number. She looked a little confused and pleased and said her name was Maggie as Danny apologized and biked away to the junkyard. Danny noticed the open sign and snuck around the side to find us. Clash gave him a side hug and we were all happy to see him. He and Clash grabbed two of the last items and Midge headed home to keep her curfew. The last item was a circuit board that would be in the office. I told Clash and Danny to wait out front while I tried to buy the last component for Billy. They both waited out front while I went into the office. Billy only had the brand new version for $79, so I offered him $20 and the speak and spell in trade. He was pretty impressed with it. I taught him a couple of French phrases. I worked outside with Zanny and Clash until Billy left. Then we crawled through the gate to stash the second barrel in the trunk, snuck back outside successfully, and used the transmitter to tell Dav. He was already in the junkyard lifting up the trunk. Danny told him to wait for dark. Meanwhile, Midge made it back home minutes before Marge showed up. Midge ran into the living room, turned on the TV, and sprinkled chips on herself.
I forgot of that detail. Very convincing.
Very, very good. Marge walked in with a huge bucket of KFC. She filled Midge in on what was happening with her dad. He'll probably be out after he asked him a couple of questions. She made a dinner spread on the table, and Midge asked her to stay for dinner. And they had a nice meal. We made it to Midge's house and saw Marge's car, so I suggested we check on my mom first. She was passed out in the yard on a chair. She was snoring loudly, so we put a rainbow bright sleeping bag on her to keep her warm. Clash was standing in the garage, confused and squinting at the camping stuff, trying to read things. He started repeating himself and blinking. He did not look injured or sick, so we sat him down in a chair and he asked us all to call his mom. I ran upstairs to call. He had to leave a message. I then told Dav I thought Clash was a robot and needed power. He offered to come by and take a look, so I gave him directions for the stealthy way. Danny was standing guard over Clash. Ton ami, Cassie.
Who did Cassie contact to come take a look at?
Dav.
Yeah.
Oh,
The robot.
yeah, okay.
The actual robot.
Right.
But she was the only one that knew that.
Right.
Yes, she did that on the DL from everybody.
Yeah. So that's fun.
Oh, good. So when Dav shows up, that'll be fun.
And continue.
So now we're back to the front porch
Yeah.
powwow.
Yeah. So that was a voiceover
Yeah.
as
I don't know, but we gotta figure out where Cassie went. Where's Crash?
he's still in the garage.
Okay.
Oh,
No, wait. I know your O's. That's not a good O.
Doesn't know.
there's an issue with Crash.
Did the beer finally really catch up to him?
That's what it was.
No. Just follow me.
I'm still confused. Where is Cassie?
She got
I'll explain that in just a minute.
taken somewhere?
Just trust me.
Okay. Allons-y.
Grab hands and into the house and out to the garage. So we were taking care of Cassie's mom,
Yeah.
and then
She was okay, right? I know she was drinking heavily.
yeah, we got her like in
But they took her too.
we got her in like a sleeping bag and everything, and then Crash started acting like really weird. And
Crash always acts really weird.
no, like not just weird, like weird for Crash.
Is he alive?
Yes?
She's just gonna push past Danny at this point, like, okay, I can't handle this, the fuck, and goes into the garage to find Crash.
Yeah, I believe we said I was curled up on the floor. Or
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just curled up on the floor, like
Yeah.
not quite fetal position, but that like hands under the head.
Wake up, jerk.
Nothing.
Hey. And she's gonna, like, shake his shoulder.
I tried all that.
What's wrong with him? Did he get into something?
No, he just started staring at the wall and like saying, "What does that mean?" And then started saying, "If I am lost, please return me to his dad." And then he said, "I'm tired." And then he lay down and did this. And
Can
he
a
hasn't
kid
been
have a
woken up.
stroke?
Do you think it's a stroke?
People do really crazy stuff
Did he
when they
say
have a
he smelled
stroke.
toast before he passed out?
No.
Interesting.
He just said something about like he couldn't read anything, and I know that that's hard, so I didn't notice at first. But then he kept saying it.
I mean,
And then-
maybe something popped in his brain.
He seems to be. Is Crash breathing?
Nope.
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on, just a moment here.
Yeah, I need to recompose for a second. Hold on. Okay, because again, her dad's a cop,
Right.
So I think she would have like known sort of like some of the basic procedures, and is gonna like put like fingers to like where a pulse would be.
Okay, so I think what happens is I go, well, he seems okay. He just like fell asleep here.
But he's not moving at all. And I'm seriously like, I'm gonna put like a finger
He's like
to like his neck to feel for a pulse.
We know he's a heavy sleeper.
There's a difference between heavy sleeping and maybe dead. Crash. And I'm guessing I feel like no pulse. I'm gonna like, can I force him onto his back so that I can like put my like ear down to his chest, like I'm listening for a heartbeat?
You can do that.
There's no. I think he's dead. There's no heartbeat.
No, he couldn't be dead.
Well, what else does a person with no heartbeat? What are they? They're not alive anymore.
He doesn't look dead. He didn't act dead.
That's not how that works.
This looks pretty dead to me, no?
No, I'm sure
even
he's...
the fake kid from Canada gets it.
I'm real. I'm a real boy.
I grab my school ID, like the laminated school ID, and I'm going to hold it under his nose. Like, I saw this. Just watch. You will. I'm sure
He
he's
doesn't
still.
have
I'm still
a
he's
heartbeat,
live.
Danny.
So like, I'm waiting for it to fog up.
It's not okay. So, how long has he
Just-
been like this?
Like, under 5 minutes.
I don't know, like half an hour.
Midge is gonna try CPR.
All right.
Because, like, again, like, her dad's a cop. Like, I'm sure that he gave her, like, basic emergency training.
Sure.
She's totally going to try and give Crash CPR. Which isn't probably going to do anything, but I can roll
sure.
if you'd like.
So I guess let's do...
Tech Tinker. No.
No, like do body force?
Okay. Yeah.
Can I aid?
No. I actually want to aid because I have a thing here. So I'm going to aid you.
Okay,
Grab another
so...
die.
Okay.
Oh, there's something about you know that crappy disco song, that Staying Alive?
What?
It's the rhythm.
Oh my god, Danny, I know.
That's what they
It is, yeah.
That's what they taught us.
That is one success.
I just figured that was a very Danny.
All right. So describe exactly where you are when you're attempting to do this. Like, are you straight up sitting on his chest and doing it, or are you off to the side?
I'm off to the side because I know better than to, like, sit on a person who's unconscious. So it's going to be, like, off to the side, totally, like, the hold the nose, like, breathe in the mouth, and, like, doing the counts, pushing down on, you know, compressing his rib cage. Like, the whole
Do
nine.
you need, is there,
Shut
can I do
up!
the other half?
No, stop!
So
And just, like, she's, like, in full panic at this
when
point.
you do your first big breath,
Oh my god,
in-
oh my god, oh my god.
there's like a fluttering noise as the air comes back out, but it's not a noise that a person makes. It's this weird, like the air
Like
sort
a
of
hollow sound?
the air sort of stutters back out, almost like the airflow is like
Like you blew it into a balloon and the balloon...
a little bit like that, but not like not a fart noise.
yeah.
Have you ever used the like foot pump to blow up an air mattress?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I
It
get
makes
this.
that
I get
squeak.
the sound. I'm gonna like ignore it the first time, but like, does his rib cage compress like a person's would, or is it like really solid?
Oh.
I mean, he's pretty yoked for a 14-year-old, but
You know what I mean, though. Like, is it like,
No.
oh, this is
it
clearly a
seems-
robot
It seems
exterior?
to be flexible like a person.
Okay. I
I mean, you haven't done it to a lot of people.
Well, no, that it hasn't come up much, but she gets the idea.
Yeah.
Is Crash's flesh cold under Midge's hands?
I will say no. It's not. He still seems to be approximately body temperature.
I think we gotta call 911 or something. I think he's dead. Where's the? I'll go to the.
No. You do the CPR. Like it's. You have to keep doing that. You have to keep doing that
but
until there's
call
fun.
somebody.
I'll go.
Call somebody.
I'll go. And Dan runs into the house. I ran into the house.
Assets reallocated. Flushing buffer.
What the hell did he just say?
It doesn't look any
She's
different,
alive.
by the way.
He's alive.
I'm not. No, that's the Crash thought triangles was a word for triangulating stuff. No, that's what is this?
I'm not there. I'm calling 911.
I'm probably
By
just
the way,
like hollering.
outside of the
What?
outside of
Did
character,
you
guys
stay
remain
in the
this
room
is
and
great.
Yeah, I'm
I
with
love
you.
it.
Yeah, because I think I'm still like just kind of hollering in general. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
What is? Go ahead.
The back sliding glass door just shatters.
The fuck?
You're probably closer to it because you went to get the phone.
So
and,
I've dialed 911.
and literally just busts.
What is the
through-
nature of your emergency?
Kool-Aid Man through the back door.
And I scream,
Oh, I think that requires a 4-letter
Yeah,
code.
which I won't do
cheers.
for everyone here.
Yes.
but
I'm sorry, me.
And striding in through the back door is Dav the robot, who didn't grasp the idea of a door made out of glass. Just thought it was open and just walked right in and went, "Oh, excuse me."
I scream into the phone.
What the hell's going on?
Who is this?
Because I imagine we're out of line of sight from
Yeah,
you
'cause-
and Dad.
yeah, 'cause-
Cassie
I think
said
you
that
guys
your
are in the
friend
garage.
needed help and might be a robot.
Yes. Never mind. I was wrong.
Wrong number. Wrong number.
Yeah, he's out here. Oh my God, we think he's dead.
Well, I can take a look. And he walks into the garage, like full on straight mechanical man robot. Walks
Midget
in.
Stav.
Francois is going to
Yeah,
go
I'm
through his
seeing
notebook
him right
and start
now.
flipping through letters. Oh no, I know this one. Cassie sent me a letter about him. Oh mon dieu. Dav! C'est Dav!
Yeah, we know it's
Yeah.
Dad.
In case you didn't get a chance to see the picture of him, he's sort of like the Danny DeVito of robots.
Oh my god, yes!
Yes.
I don't. He just what?
I think
what
in unison we go,
Yeah.
yes.
well, what did Crash just said something about flushing systems or something? It was.
Wait, what?
I don't know. It was. He said something, but it
Dad,
sounded
why are
like
you
Crash.
here?
Cassie told me to come and look at your friend.
Well, he's right there, and I.
He appears to be laying there. He does not look like a robot.
But
Wait,
well, then,
Cassie said he was a robot?
what?
She said she wanted me to walk over. I walked all the way over here from the junkyard. She made me put down the car with all the stuff. I walked over here because she sounded all freaked out and said that your one friend is a robot, and now he just looks like a person.
Francois at this point is taking out a notebook and is writing all this shit down.
But I don't know what's going on because he's not breathing.
He's not breathing, and he said something weird, and he was talking very monotonous. I mean, no offense,
and his
but
mom
just in a
said
very
something weird.
He narrows his eyes.
His mom said something weird. I totally forgot about it. She said something about having to charge Crash.
Point of order, there was
What?
a giant robot
I don't
man in
know.
your living room, and you think what he said was weird?
We'll explain later.
Oy.
Well, hold on. And he bends over and he kind of picks up Crash a little bit, like easily lifts him up, kind of bounces him a couple of times. He's like, he seems pretty flexible. And then he kind of sets him down and rolls him over. And then he kind of feels him around a little bit. And then he kind of puts both hands right in the small of his back. And you hear this, like, deep hum.
What the hell?
Like,
What the hell?
like that.
Perfect timing for the AC.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if anyone can
I
hear that.
really hope
but
that turned up on the mics.
But yeah, he puts his hands there, and you hear this deep noise. And he's like, well, it seems like maybe your friend's right. Hold on. And the hum gets kind of louder, and you see, like, his hands, like, around the outline of his sort of robotic hands, you kind of see a little bit of a glow to them. And then about 15 seconds later, he takes his hands away and he goes, let's see if that worked. And he rolls Crash back over and he goes, you awake?
Was Crash always a robot, or was Crash replaced by a robot?
Hey,
Danny does a slow
Don't
crash.
move. Don't
He's
move.
alive!
Can I sit up?
No.
What did I do?
It's what you didn't
What
do.
did you
just
do?
Wake.
I just
what?
gave him a charge. I've got a generator in my torso. I just gave him a charge.
You wait, a what now?
It's just
that-
Wait.
just magnetic induction.
No, don't. Do we?
Can I really not get up? This concrete's hard.
How would you know?
I'm laying on it. Why are you
But does he
mad at
know?
me?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, then we have to tell him. But what if he does know?
But-
what if he goes
but
to
what if we
murder
don't?
and like?
But what if he shouldn't?
Okay, wait, did I break something? I'm sorry. I apologize ahead of time. I don't know what
Shut
I
up,
did.
robot!
What?
Dad was like, "You might have broken the sliding glass door." They might be upset.
I was broken when I got here.
But if she's gonna say that and like immediately just cover her face, like, oh,
For the listeners, Danny is just like wide eyes, wide mouth over at Midge.
So Crash is gonna
Midge
go ahead
has her
and sit
hands over her
up,
face.
just like sit crisscross on the floor.
Like Midge is gonna back away
Why'd you just yell that at me?
because it
It's
was like
very stressful right now, Crash. How are you feeling?
I don't know. I needed that nap. I feel a little better actually.
Good.
Where's Cassie?
I'll
I would
explain
like to know
later.
these too.
Who's that?
this is her
bonjour,
best friend
Francois.
Francois.
from Canada.
Bonjour. He's real. He's not.
But I don't know if you are.
What?
We
right
have to tell
here.
him, Danny.
I edge close to Crash and I put my hand on his forehead.
What, Danny? What are you doing?
How does it feels, normal?
Feels like a forehead.
Yeah.
Okay. How, are you feeling good and human?
You're being very weird. Why is Dav here? Aren't you supposed to be fixing your thing?
I want to be, but your friend called me over here.
Crash, you were laying on the ground, not moving, not breathing. You didn't have a heartbeat.
That's crazy. I'd be dead.
You
Yeah, that's what we thought at
said
first.
something about powering down and if lost, return to your dad.
What?
Is this a trick or is he really
I don't think he knows.
Look here. Feel it.
like Midge is not going to like
Danny
yeah.
reaches
She's like-
out
she's
and
like,
puts 2 fingers on
Yeah,
the wrist.
There's a little bit of a pulse.
Yeah.
like this is the same guy that was also worried that the other bots were going to be murder bots. So Midge is very weirded out right now. This may be a trap the whole time.
Oh, I get it.
You probably just didn't feel my pulse right.
Really? You're gonna accuse me of
That
not knowing how to
was-
feel a pulse?
I'm not
I
accusing
put
anything.
my ear to your chest. There was no heartbeat.
Okay, Danny, did you feel a pulse?
Just now, yes, but when I held my school ID under your nose earlier, you didn't make any of the,
didn't
missed
fog it up?
exhalation.
Well, I don't know. I can't account for when I was asleep. I'm a little worried about you guys messing with me while I'm napping.
You weren't moving. I literally gave you CPR.
When that means
No, but that's the problem.
Yeah,
Because
that's exactly what it
you
means.
didn't wake up
Yeah.
until he's got to know, Danny.
I don't know if he can know. I don't know, maybe... Crash, stay here for 1 minute.
can I at least stand up?
No, no.
You sit.
Stay
Let him
put.
sit. You can sit. You can sit up, but you can't stand up. Stay right there.
Fine. I'm on,
I grabbed Francois. No, just shh. Trust me. Okay.
So now I'm just alone in the garage.
Yes.
With Dav.
Okay. Oh, with
Oh,
Dav?
yeah, with Dav.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What if he's programmed not to know?
What does it matter? It's a risk now. I mean, what if he's like programmed to like kill if they say the wrong word or something.
Then
Wouldn't
it
you
be
want to
better-
know if you're a
Wouldn't
robot?
it be better for him not to know and think that he was still a person?
I don't know what
is a
to
good point.
think.
And as long as he thinks that we think that he's a person, he's going to continue to act like Crash that we know.
But that's a lie.
But if we tell him and he gets it, then what?
It could be like that movie with the Yul Brynner, where the robots come alive and they start killing people.
Oh,
he
God.
might do that anyway. We don't know. We don't know anything
Yeah,
about this.
but now we know, and he doesn't know that we know.
I don't think this logic really makes that much sense.
If we tell him, then he knows that we know.
Okay, stop. Because I can see the path you're going down with this, Danny, and this whole logic loop, but if you were a robot, wouldn't you want to know?
Maybe we can tell him after we figured out why he is the way he is, no?
Or after we help
Or after
Dav
he kills
or
all of us.
something. It's Crash.
I don't know. Maybe it's not. We don't know. You remember that whole weird thing where he came back with his parents and the whole bullet wound thing? Maybe they swapped him. Maybe the real Crash is somewhere else right now.
Then that's just like another mystery that we have to take care of. I don't know. But I don't think we can tell him. How's he going to trust us if we tell him?
How is he going to trust us if we don't tell him and we've known this whole time?
I don't know. Maybe Cassie can explain it to him.
Cassie's not here.
Where is Cassie?
The guys took her!
What guys?
I say that really loud, so you probably hear the guys took her.
What? Who took... What? They're like yelling at the... I'm still sitting.
Good.
What's going on?
Look, as long as he doesn't know that we know, and I won't go any farther than that, but as long as he doesn't know and he still is acting like Crash, then he's still our friend Crash. And after we figure out what's happening with Cassie and we get everyone's brains back together, then we can tell him. In the meantime, if it makes you feel better, here, and I hand you the bat, keep an eye on him. And if he does anything weird,
All he
I'll
ever
give him a
does
drum
is
kit. I don't know.
all that he ever does is weird.
If he does weird for Crash,
Who knows
just
anymore?
watch. Just watch him.
I still think we're lying to him if we don't tell him. I'll go along with it for a little while, but if it starts to get really crazy, I'm going to tell him.
Look, you've spent the most time with him in the last couple of days. Has he seemed like normal?
For Crash, but it could be that he's just a replacement. I don't know.
For Crash, so as long as he's normal for Crash, that's good enough for right now. We can't...
But what if we have to go save the real Crash? What if this isn't Crash?
Then we'll trick this one. This one, has it been smarter than Crash?
Definitely not.
We could send him for triangles or something. I don't know.
Like I said, I'll go along with it for a little while, but if I feel like I have to say something, I'm going to say something, because I don't want to lie to him, and if it really has been him the whole time, I would want to know. I wouldn't want you guys to lie
2
to me.
days.
I'm not playing by whatever numbers, days,
Just
things you want to
just-
tell me. I will play the
we'll do it
situation by
for-
ear. Look, I'm already conceding by not going in there and just telling him right now. That's what you get, Danny.
Perhaps Dav may have some insights? He is a
I
robot?
hope so. But that's all I have to give you, Danny.
Everything okay in there?
Yeah, actually, speaking of, can we rewind a little bit to
Yeah. Well,
me being
I
alone
figure
with
we'll
Dav?
do we'll do a after they finish and
Yeah,
get to
okay.
a pause point.
Okay.
So
I think that's
Cool.
probably a good
Yeah, it's a good
transition.
spot.
Everything okay in there?
and then
Yeah.
reverse time a little
Yeah.
bit
Yeah.
back to in there. They have just walked out of the room.
Yeah. So I'm just sitting on the floor, probably leaning against the shelf or whatever's in there.
And he is totally just like, if a robot without moving eyes could be giving you the like thorough look over,
Yeah.
it is clearly happening.
Yeah.
Like, he's very much like,
Hey,
yes.
I never really said before, but feel bad about tearing your satellite dish off. I'm sorry about that.
You know what? I really appreciate that, but I'm really more interested in you. You're very convincing.
What do you mean?
I may
Like-
not have to worry about this.
That's true.
Where did you get you? Where?
I mean,
And he like takes a couple of thudding steps over, and then like reaches down and like pokes your arm.
actually, no. Crash doesn't get it. Crash doesn't understand like being afraid of something yet.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, he's not
He'd
being
have to-
threatening.
We
yeah.
need to program that in.
Well, he just is too bullheaded to think he could be in danger. You know.
But yeah, like he clearly like he prods your arm a little bit, and he's like,
Yeah.
"You're the right temperature, and you've got microfacial movements."
I mean,
and
I'm from Boulder City. Are you asking me where I'm from?
the lab here.
Yeah, I grew up here. I mean, my parents work at the lab. I've
Ah.
lived here my whole life.
He's like, "Can you?" This is going to sound weird, but could you lift up your shirt in the back? Could I see your back?
That is weird. All right. And I'm just going to stand up because Crash has forgotten that he's supposed to sit down. So, yeah, he just gets up and takes his shirt off.
He's like, "That." They even managed to hide the induction plate. Like
The what now?
you were low on power. I charged you up, and that's why you're awake again.
Why? What?
So, you and I are more closely related than you thought.
I'm not a robot.
Maybe not. Maybe.
Robots aren't like little kids and then grow into.
Are you cybernetic? Is that your thing?
No,
Are you-
I grew up here.
Partially organic still? Like,
I could tell you all the kids I went to school with. I do. Well, I mean, I remember
yeah,
most of their names.
I can tell you all the
remember
kids
most
you
of
went to school with because I stole all their parents' dreams. What? That doesn't tell me anything.
I've lived every day of my life. You can't get bigger, can you?
Well, if someone built me a new body and transferred my memory core,
I've got all the little marks in my the kitchen doorway of my height. I've lived here my whole life.
okay, but you understand what I'm saying here. You were unconscious because you were out of power. And I gave you power with my hands. And he
I
kind
am
of
your god now.
he revs up his hands like he's, and you see his palms kind of glow a little bit. He's like, I did this to your back because I felt that there was the magnetic plate there, and then you wake up, right?
That doesn't seem possible.
Clearly, that's what happened. He's like, you know what? Hang on a second, and like he steps back, and like you see him, and his eyes sort of roll back in his head, and you kind of hear like that classic like data processing noise.
Yeah, the clicking.
Yeah, that weird,
Clack, clack, clack,
Yeah,
clack,
yeah.
clack, clack, clack.
like a hard drive working real hard, like just. And he goes, "You had a big accident."
Well, yeah, last year. I'm fine now.
Yeah, you weren't fine. But
Well, yeah, I
You
mean, I
should-
was in the hospital for months. That's why I had to repeat 8th grade. It sucks.
you should probably talk to your parents. Just saying.
I don't understand how you could charge. You can't charge a person.
No, I can't. You are completely correct. But I will tell you something. Your friend Cassie is going to like you a lot more. And
Hashtag truth.
I would really love it if you could come back to the island and my wife and I could take a look.
Well, I,
Hashtag crashy.
so at this point, Crash
Gonna
is
compete
like
with that.
getting a little bit panicky. And
Crashy,
if
nice.
it's all right with everybody, like right as you're like, fine, I won't tell him right away. Like whatever. Crash just bursts out of the garage door, like, Dav is saying I'm a robot. I can't. That's not possible. I grew up here.
Like, Midge is, like, gripping the baseball bat and just kind of eyes slide over to Danny, like, really accusingly.
And he's, like, panting and, like...
That's really weird.
He charged me up with his hands. Did you see him do that?
He's standing in the background, like, through the doorway, and he's like,
Danny.
Maybe I was wrong?
Midge just nods.
C'est possible.
Wait a minute. You did see him.
Yeah, you were on the ground non-responsive, and I guess Cassie called before she got taken, and then Dav came in and he did this thing with woo and the glue and your back, and then you like sat up and said something weird, and then you were fine. But you weren't breathing, and you weren't responding, and you had no heartbeat, and you had no pulse until he did it.
We were going to call 911 and have an ambulance come.
It was that bad.
This is freaking me out.
Out of character. I'm really glad I said I hung up the phone. And then I have like the open line still going on.
I probably should have had him call back.
Yeah. Run
Are
over.
you okay? Well, we're all in the garage, so maybe it's just
Maybe
ringing.
they did call back. Yeah, you're right.
Gifts for the GM. How are you doing?
I feel sick. This can't be real.
Well,
This isn't possible. It's not. Robots look like Dav. Dav's a good robot. This is amazing.
Yeah, you're way better than me, buddy.
That's
That's a good thing, no?
We thought a lot of things were impossible until a couple of days ago, Crash. And remember you had that weird thing where you had the bullet scrape, and then everything got fixed, and there was that weird thing with your parents? I mean...
yeah, you got really tired in the...
yeah. I remember it wasn't as bad as it looked, which is out of character, like exactly what he said.
Yes. Back then.
My mom told me all about it.
Speaking of which, do we see, like, the little scar?
Oh yeah, I'm not
like,
wearing a
now that
shirt.
it's-
Oh,
Remember,
yeah.
I'm shirtless. There's probably almost no scar.
At this point, it looks almost just like maybe he got hit in the arm with something. Like,
So, like, just like a bruise at this point.
yeah, kind of, yeah.
We saw it when it happened. I bandaged it up. That's not normal.
Well, apparently none of me is.
But it's...
But you should know. We didn't want to lie to you about it.
What?
He's like staring daggers at Danny.
But why wouldn't my parents tell me?
Because they wouldn't want to. Maybe they. Well, I mean, you thought they made you, but maybe they made you in a different way than we thought as well. They wouldn't want to tell you that if you were some experiment or something. I don't know. But we can try and find out, but it's better that you know.
I'm sure they were going to tell you, but hadn't found the right time yet. You know, like how... And I have a sudden moment of... Does he know? You know about... the Tooth Fairy, right?
What?
You know how when you're a kid and
By the way, just out of character, real quick, like Crash was close to tears, and is now like, what? You have confused him out of his
good.
like breakdown.
So it's working.
Yeah, it's not hard to do with
Yeah.
Crash.
Do you remember when you were a kid and you lost your teeth, and your parents told you that the Tooth Fairy would come, and that you put the tooth under the pillow, and
Yeah,
then
I
the
know
next
that-
day
yeah, I know what
you
the
got
Tooth
the
Fairy
dollar
is.
and the
You got
stuff?
$1?
Holy crap.
All right, 1982. Sorry, a quarter. You got a quarter. And then when you got older and you found out that the Tooth Fairy doesn't really exist and it's just your parents, and they give you the money because they want you to feel better, but eventually they told you about that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like that.
I don't know.
But we can figure it out now, I guess.
I think
Look,
I'd rather focus on the fact that Cassie's missing. This is I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm fine. And
You legitimately feel great.
yeah.
Like, you're A-okay.
And Cassie might not be. And I can't worry about this until she's okay.
okay.
We got to figure out how to find out who took her.
Who are these men that took Cassie?
I think they were Loop Security. I got a license. They look like. You know about the Boulder City. Cassie told you about
yes,
the Loop,
it's
right?
in the letter here somewhere. One of the
Okay.
letters, I'm sure.
Right. It's okay. They looked like they were Loop Security, and they came in and they said something about, we found the mother and the daughter, and they picked up Cassie's mom, who was sick in the backyard, and escorted Cassie to one of their vehicles. And I got a license plate number, and
You got a plate number?
yeah.
But where would they be after her? For her speaking spell?
I don't know. But
do you think they found out
but it
about the
sounded-
dream ray thing?
no, because it sounded like they were looking for the mom and the daughter, and Cassie's mom had nothing to do with that. But I don't think they know about her dad.
brains were all. Ugh.
They didn't really stop and talk. I don't know.
You got a plate number.
But we can probably go find them at the facility or something, and check and see if that car's there.
If I remember correctly, your father's a sheriff, yes?
He's a deputy.
Could he run the plate number? Could we get an idea of who they were?
My dad's locked up right now because of Cassie's brain swap ray, and he went to the facility. But I could try and ask someone at the station.
Are we all in the garage? Are we back in the garage at this point, or?
Well, I figured, like, you guys are sort of standing inside the living room off the garage.
Yeah, okay.
You went in there to talk, and then you walked in.
Yeah.
So you're talking with them there, and
Right.
Dav is, like, standing in the doorway, like...
Yeah. So I just go ahead and get my shirt.
Oh, yeah, he gets out of the way so you can get your stuff. In fact, he probably strides over to the backpack, Cassie's backpack, and he takes his transceiver box out,
Yeah.
and he's like, I'm going to go take our stuff back to the island.
That's probably the best
Wait.
idea. It's probably safer.
Can we not hang on to the transceiver in case we have to get in touch with you?
I really wouldn't want it falling into the hands of security people.
I mean, just as a out of character note, Cassie has it.
Well, yeah, but she didn't take her backpack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
dropped
It was in her
backpack
bag.
in the house,
Okay.
yeah. Well, look, the security people already cleared this house. They're not going to come back.
All right. If you guys want to hang on to it.
I tell you what, why don't we get like a code word, and we'll start any transmission with a code word, and then you can have one for us, and if we don't respond, then you know that it's fallen to somebody else, and you can like cut the link. Is that something you can do?
Yeah. I can just turn it off.
Okay.
What kind of code word do you want?
Swordfish?
I guess that's.
It seems
What's the
plausible
word?
enough.
So you'll say swordfish,
Saltfish.
and then I'll know to talk to you.
Yeah.
What should I say to you? Cheese grater?
Yep.
Sure.
I don't see why not.
It works for me.
Wow, you're really real.
Zilla is a robotic boy in the living room. You're wondering if I am real?
We just all kind of assumed.
I'm not a robot. I mean, I don't
Dab
know.
is like,
Yes. Who did you think Cassie was writing to all this time?
Well,
It's Cassie. Who
We
knows?
thought she was trying to impress us.
No. We had a real connection at Space Camper. She was very interested in my science fiction book, and I was really interested in how I deal with robots. We were working on it together.
Oh my god, you wrote a whole book?
I'm working on the book, oui.
Crash is simultaneously like incredibly impressed and terrified. The concept of writing a book is just like, oh no.
Yes, oui, I'm currently taking notes for the book. That's partially why I came down here to finish the book. Her letters inspired me for more chapters. Don't worry, all the names will be changed to protect the innocent.
You can't put me in the book.
You definitely can't do that.
I won't put you in the book. I'll put another thing that is similar to you in the book.
Yeah. All right.
I think it's like a law that they have to change the name.
Probably. Why am I thirsty? Why should I be thirsty? Like, Crash says a word that the censors wouldn't let on the show and goes into the kitchen.
Midge is gonna follow him into the kitchen. Look, Crash, I don't know what's going on, but I thought you needed to know what we know, so that you at least know. I don't even know what to say right now, but I thought you should know.
Thank you for trying to save me.
Yep. I know you would, I think, do the same for me. I don't know what's going on right now. I mean,
You're
I've known you for
confused.
a really long time, and
Yeah, I think I've known you for a long time, too. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know, but we're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna get Cassie, okay?
What? Why do I want... Like, he's poured a glass of water from the faucet, and is like, what? Why should I want this? This doesn't make any sense.
I didn't see an autonomous robot until a few days ago. Even the stuff that Cassie built was never like that. I don't know. Everything's new right now. Our parents had their brains swapped. Nothing about this makes sense.
Yeah, you're right. I can't stop worrying about Cassie, too. This is ridiculous.
We're gonna find her. Okay?
So, if... You said you did CPR.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I'm just saying...
Is there a role for awkward?
I think, and like, cut to...
Yeah, that's like a perfect cut, yeah.
Awkward living room.
Yeah. X card.
So, where in Canada do you live?
Montreal.
Okay. That's a city I've heard of.
Yes, my mother works for the Institut de Technologique de Montréal, the MIT.
Do they do loop stuff?
They have been interested in the loop stuff. We have some people who are currently working in Europe who are trying to get an idea of how the technology works. We can develop our own loop there. That's partially why I convinced my parents to come down here to my family vacations, see the Hoover Dam, get to see Cassie, and also perhaps get them to check out the loop down here. It was all good. I was just nervous after I got her last letter. Seems to be getting very interesting in Boulder City.
Yeah.
And now she's been taken by people. And does this happen often here?
No, this has definitely been a weird couple of days. What are your intentions towards Cassie?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Lord.
Sorry, guys, I had
No,
to go
but
there.
thank you. Thank you for doing that, because it's Danny. It's so Danny. But it is the eye roll moment of the TV show.
I like her very much, but I like to talk to her via correspondence, and perhaps we can see each other more often, especially if we get a loop working in the Canadian technological capacity. I like her very much. She is funny. and smart. And it's a
Okay.
very pretty smile.
Cassie is a very important and special person.
I know, so we have to find her.
Yes, and we're going to do that. As one of her friends, I just want to make sure that you're not going to take advantage of her. She's very selective in the people that she trusts.
I would never take advantage of her. She was the only person I connected with at space camp. Do you know how hard it is being the one person who's not all about robots at space camp?
No, I don't know what that's like.
Wait, then why did she like him?
But
She thought I was funny. I cannot see very well with the glasses off, and I dropped them, and it reminded her of the Velma on the show with the talking dog. And she laughed a lot, and that's how we met. She was very sweet when she stopped laughing.
okay, okay. I do know it's like to be the only kid who cares about music with a bunch of kids who don't, so I can kind of understand, but yeah, just don't hurt her, man. You know.
I would never hurt her. Clearly has no idea what you mean because he's 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the lofty age of 13, giving you relationship advice.
The wise elder statesman here.
Hey, he's not game. He gave that little girl, the ukulele, his number and ran off.
That's right.
Leave him wanting more.
Oh my god. So what do we begin? How do we
Okay,
talk to these people?
Cassie. Okay,
You think she was taken by the loop people? Do we know where their loop
What?
is in Boulder City?
what did you mean about if you get the loop working in Montreal that you could see Cassie more often?
I just mean that perhaps my parents would come down to Boulder City more often. I could go with them.
Okay.
Yes, we're gonna finish our very awkward conversation and come out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Right. So I think this is also the very awkward conversation. So you come out.
Yeah, it's like we
Like,
walk out and it's like that moment of like, wait, what
Everybody
was?
stands around and looks at each other for a
It's
second.
like no, it's like wait, what was your weird conversation? But, like,
The Crash just has this goofy grin.
I think Midge is just kind of like not really sure what to make of everything. She probably looks super flushed.
Which is
It
It makes it worse.
Yep. That's
back and forth between
the
Midge and
best
Crash,
assumptions possible.
Was it warm in the kitchen? You look a little flushed.
We gotta find Cassie.
going, yes, Cassie.
We, Cassie. So
we will find
we,
Cassie.
yeah,
Yes.
we.
Yeah.
Goddamn old dude.
I am so upset.
I almost got you.
You're gonna have to try a lot harder.
Oh, that was good.
All right. Where are you guys heading? Dav is like, I'll leave the box with you, and he gives it to Danny.
Yeah. We should probably just hide it in Cassie's room.
I mean,
Or maybe in my house, in case they come back and they do try and search the house or something.
It's not a bad idea. And it's close. We can just drop it off there real quick and go.
Is your dad gonna get into, like, if he finds something weird like that?
My dad doesn't go to my room. He hardly notices what I do anyway.
Okay.
And take it and when we're headed, before we head wherever we're heading, I'll go stash it in my room. But we got to figure out where Cassie is. And you said you had a license plate?
Yeah, I've got a plate number. Do you? I know this is weird. Do you think you can get in and run it?
I don't know if I could get in. I could maybe get someone else too. I could ask Marge.
Dave, did I notice if it had a
U.S.
know,
government plate?
Yeah, like the government ones
Absolutely
have
did.
like the thing on there.
The government's going to be way
100%
harder.
it did.
Okay, so it's got like, what is it, like an octagon or something around it?
Yeah, it's that weird yeah.
something.
I don't know what the one in the 80s looks like, but
Okay.
yeah. And at the top, it literally just says, it's like stamped into the plate, U.S. GOVT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like I probably didn't see that though, because he would have been focused on getting the numbers.
Sure. But you know it's not the right number of letters for a
Right.
license
It's like
plate.
one less or something.
Yeah, and
like
it
that.
didn't look like the Nevada license plates.
And we know there's another. We think there was another facility too, right? Dav's still there for like
Wait.
a second, right?
Where were
Yeah,
all
they're
those
still there, yeah.
helicopters going?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. There's another facility somewhere because you said you escaped from somewhere else, right?
Yeah, but the company that made us isn't the government. Like, it's just some kind of contractor that's
Dang.
making...
Is a private company making robots that good?
Apparently...
Well,
Robo-shade.
But apparently,
Oh man,
private
hashtag
companies are not
RoboShade.
at the forefront of this technological front. We thought we were doing pretty well, but I guess not.
Well, I mean, we can't just like sneak into a facility, right? I mean, I didn't get a look at the plate. What do you think, Danny? Do you think it was from the loop, or
I don't know. It like had the weird symbol, so it's some kind of private organization or government or something. I don't know if it's. I mean, beyond that, I don't know. It's kind of a gray sedan thing. I mean, like I know it if I saw it, but I don't know cars.
According to one of Cassie's letters, she said her father was working at the diner. Perhaps if we call the diner and see if they pick up her father, we can see if there's a whole thing with just them, or if
No, my dad works at the diner.
but her dad went to work
to
at the
the diner.
diner today.
Right.
so maybe we should see if he's there.
you get letters fast.
The Canadian Post
It's
is much more
email.
efficient.
It's email. It is.
Canadian Post is much more efficient.
She dials international long distance to hook up to a Canadian BBS.
Oh yeah, of course
Yes.
she does.
Yes.
That's why they're all printed out all nice.
Yeah. From your dot matrix printer.
Of course, I just
Yeah.
told the little dark things off because they're
Yeah.
really cumbersome.
And then you wad them all up and you put water on them.
Yep.
Yes.
That's a good idea. It's a start.
If you want to call, you know the number.
Maybe we should just go to the diner. I'm kind of hungry.
Plus,
I
maybe,
don't know why.
and maybe if her father was taken, someone at the diner might have seen something that we did not. No.
I mean, it's not that far. I guess we could go there. Boop, 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 boop.
Ring, 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 ring.
Banana phone. Sorry, you're wearing so much yellow.
Yeah.
I am.
I can't hear you. Can't hear you with this
I'm a
banana in my
golden
ear.
god. No,
Wrong game.
okay. Who answers the phone? It's gonna be. I think I'm all out of Margaret shortened version.
Thank you.
So we're gonna say it's Nancy.
I was about to say Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy's a good waitress name.
Yep.
Okay.
For sure. And Nancy's hello.
Hey, Nancy, this is Danny. Is Mr. Abrams there?
You know what, sweetie? He was here all day, cooking up a storm. Who knew? I guess your dad called in sick or something.
Yeah,
Wasn't there?
yeah, he lost a bet. It's Dad will tell you all about it. It's a long story.
But I'll tell you what, he knocked it out today. He was just cranking it out of that kitchen.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said that he's not there. Did he just leave?
No, bless you. He left. He left just after the big dinner rush.
Okay.
Said he was tired and he had to go home.
Okay. No one came and picked him up. He just left by himself.
Yeah, as far as I know. He walked out the door, got in his car, and drove off.
Okay. Here he is right now. Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
All right, sweetie, you
Bye.
have a good night.
What? Who's here?
He left the diner and said he was
Speaking of
driving
which,
home.
Oh.
Did he go back to
you
your
see
house?
some red and blue lights in the cul-de-sac.
Shit.
Everybody get down. I'm going to go to the window.
Oh no.
Worst vacation ever.
I'm going to
Okay,
get deported.
are they like on their way or?
Well, the way you guys described it, you live at the end of a cul-de-sac, like
Yeah.
two houses at the end of the cul-de-sac.
yeah.
So, like, the lights have now entered the short cul-de-sac.
Because I'm wondering if I should like bail for the back door
Yeah.
and run home and like.
I'm going to go to
In
the
America.
blinds. Like,
You peek out, and there is a sheriff's car that's, like, pulled around he's going real slow around the cul-de-sac, and when he gets around in front of the house, he stops.
sheriff's car. You gotta-
In front of Cassie's
In front of
house?
Cassie's house, yeah.
I can't be here.
Well, none of us should be here. Was Cassie not here? No?
Yeah, but my dad's a cop.
Oh.
Dev is like, I am out. And he just starts striding right out the back door.
Tonk,
Yeah,
Yeah,
glass crunching under
use
his
the
feet.
door. Yeah, use the door you used before.
Yeah. And then he goes straight out across, like trudging through the sickness and the broken things in the backyard, and pulls himself over the wall. And
All right.
then
Just imagine he has like those extendo arms. It's like
yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Like he
Inspector
does one of
Gadget's
these.
out.
Like he pulls himself up, and then he doesn't actually like pull himself over. He like pushes down until his feet can be on top of the wall, and then he steps off the other side and just trudges away
It's amazing.
to the dark. The little speaker box comes on and goes, "Cheese grater. I'll see you guys later."
Swordfish. Check.
Yeah, actually, I've got it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah. Swordfish. Okay, bye.
Hey, do you want me to boost you into your window in case he comes to your house next?
I can get in easy. I mean, I
The
do
door
it all the time.
open. You hear a car door opening.
Okay, I'm gonna try and
should
like
hide.
yeah, I'm gonna go out the back way, like probably try and not step on all the broken glass and like
Oh, yeah.
sneak back out and around and try and get back up into
Yeah,
my
you
room.
can.
Because I've done this like a million times.
You can make
Guys,
a
we have
body
to-
sneak, but you can
Maybe we
get a
should all
bonus
hide in
We have,
2
we have
dice.
to follow and go to
Okay.
the store.
Yeah.
Because
So
of
we're all
all the
gonna
places
follow
in the
you.
world you're good at sneaking.
Nidge,
Right?
Nidge, we
Three
have to
Stooges
hide
out.
it. We have to hide
We have
with
to go to
you.
your place.
We can't
we
all
have
go
to.
there because what if my dad comes to
We'll
the house?
hide in the closet.
Then we'll go into the forest or something. But right now,
Car door closes.
roll dice.
Let me see how many successes I have because maybe I can give them to another kid.
Yeah.
And I have some bonus.
Because
dice.
your room's on the second floor, right? So we have to like go up the side of the house.
Okay, one success.
Okay.
See ya, suckers.
So Midge is just trucking across the backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Come on, guys. I'll boost you up. Let me roll.
Okay.
I'll see if I get some extra.
That would be most good. My body sneak is not the best.
But are we doing sneak or move?
Well, you tell me. One results in you not making a racket through the broken glass and sickness in the yard.
All right, sneak.
And one results in you possibly making lots of noise.
Wait, that's 7. Okay, I can count.
So which one are you going for?
I'm going for sneak.
Okay.
And hopefully get enough.
Oh, so many.
You are a robot!
for folks listening at home and for anyone who can't see, that is 5 successes.
So yeah,
I've been training my dice. They're all I've set them all to 6s over here, so they'll learn what to do when I roll them.
so
It's work.
That's how that works.
yeah. I almost at this point I almost want to say like you watch Midge go out across the backyard and you remember exactly where she planted her feet.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason.
Well, he
he's-
was worried because I'm not good at sneaking.
What? Who said that?
Such a dick.
Well, I mean, in comparison.
But
Let me clean it.
your extra
Don't help him.
your extra successes,
Yeah.
you can give one to each of the other kids
Yeah.
if you want,
Yep.
or you can find something unexpected.
Well, I want to.
You can do both.
Yeah, I mean, I've got
you can do all.
so,
Yeah, you've got plenty.
1, 2, 1 for me. So there's one left over. Yeah, let's find something unexpected in the process.
One of the bottles of liquor is still intact.
I still have beer in my backpack,
I know.
You do.
It's ridiculous.
and I went to grab my shirt and backpack. So
Yes, you
I'm
have your
good.
stuff. You find.
Do you still have my bat, or did you set it down?
I think you took it.
I probably would have taken it because
Okay.
I'm like just walking around with it at this
Okay.
point.
Great.
You know how it is where you just have a thing and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. What do I do with this?
It's been a very intense, 5 minutes. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I would imagine you haven't put it down
Just
yet.
white knuckling
I don't
that back.
even realize that you have it, but you're...
Yeah.
As you're walking across the backyard, you get near the chair that Cassie's mom was sitting in, and there's her purse.
Oh, let's scoop that up because reasons.
Sure.
Thievery.
You grab it. You now have a purse.
Yeah. All right.
It's a fairly nice purse.
Yeah.
Equip it.
Yeah. Purse has been added to inventory.
Purse is bound, cannot be traded.
Oh no.
Carrying capacity increased by 3.
Hey. All right. Inventory slots. Okay. Yeah, and then I just want to go. Now I forget. Did I have it wrong? Is your room not up on the second floor?
It's on the second floor,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's like the trellis.
Right. So I'm gonna post up to try and boost these guys up to the window.
Okay. Well, with the number of successes that you collectively got, you can get over the wall and over to the room and up into her room.
Just like whoop. How big is Francois?
Be slim.
Yeah. Okay. So whoosh.
Yeah.
Right over the house.
Yeah. Whoops.
It's that robot strength.
There goes Francois.
Mon Dieu.
Mon Dieu, Francois.
And that's been a great night, everybody. We'll see you next time with Francois at the morgue.
Francois is sticking out of
Francois.
the eye of the man in
And
the
Cassie
moon
is just crushed.
for a little bit
But
of...
not as crushed as Francois.
I'm sorry we killed your fake boyfriend.
Oh God! All right, so I throw the boys in through Midge's window and then climb
We
up
thought
myself.
you were a Turing program.
He's touring, not Turing.
So yeah, and you'll probably. I imagine. I don't think any of the guys have been over to my house because I don't have people over.
Yeah.
So the room is going to be really disconcerting.
Yeah. Oh, I've been in your living room.
Yeah, but Midge's room is particularly disconcerting.
Okay.
Because it's obviously was decorated when she was really young, and it's never actually been changed. So it's all pink with unicorns and frills and
So it was,
lace
it
and
was
shit
decorated
everywhere.
when you were 8.
It was
and your mom was around.
decorated by her mom, and she's never
It's very
actually
princess.
changed the decoration, but it's all pink and unicorns.
Okay.
Thank you for this heartbreaking moment.
Heartbreakingly adorable.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very sad.
Yeah. Adorable's not the word I
Well, and
use
it makes
here,
her
but-
dad happy to just think that she's still his little
Yes,
girl.
little
blah,
princess.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
When you do get up into her room, you can look back and you see the sheriff's deputy, not your dad, trudging all the way up to the house, and he's knocked on the door by now. And you see him, and he pulls out his big, giant, long Maglite flashlight.
Yeah.
And he's kind of he goes and he peers in the garage.
Is it Hank? Because I do have a NPC that's Hank, who gets sent to check on Midge a lot.
No,
Okay.
it is not. It is a sheriff that is unfamiliar to you.
Okay.
Does it smell like fried chicken?
The house smells
probably,
of fried chicken. Yeah.
That's actually Crash asking that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so
after
hungry.
this, I've got leftovers. Let's watch this.
And then he goes over and he peers over the wall and he sees all this stuff broken in the backyard, and he sees the chair with just vomit all around it, and you can he grabs his walkie-talkie thing, and you can hear you can't make out the words, but you can tell he's talking into it.
Yeah.
And then he goes back to the car and gets in the car and sits there and he's looking around.
Crap, I'm just watching, but don't turn on any lights. I'm gonna stash this thing, and I have the receiver thing with Dab, and I'm gonna go jam it in an underwear drawer because no one's going to go in there.
Correct.
Her dad's not gonna be like, I'm gonna see if there's something in. No, that's not gonna happen.
Dad does not want to know.
Nope.
Nope.
Are we in this room with you?
it's my bedroom, so I
Okay,
guess so.
so-
That's where
alright.
we went into the house.
So Danny sees the drawer, what's in the drawer, blushes and turns around, turns away.
Yeah, Francois immediately just about face, faces the wall.
Crashes in the hallway door like, I got this chicken in here. She has no idea that the underwear's been exposed. It's like,
yeah, just a second, Crash. God,
why is he hungry?
I don't know. Yeah, grab whatever you guys want in the fridge.
Oh, sweet.
Crash is like pounding down the stairs. And you open it up, and it is the bounty of KFC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, the KFC. What is?
What is it?
it's
Kentucky
fried
Fried Chicken.
Oh, you have to try it. It's even good cold.
It's sort of the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Can't be as good.
Well,
Mon Dieu! Just biscuit in mouth. Drumstick in one hand.
Like, Francois immediately gains 12 pounds.
Yes.
I'm working on the growth spelt.
You guys start chowing down. A couple of minutes later, you hear another car pull into the cul-de-sac, and it's another sheriff's deputy. And this time it is Hank.
There are going to be a bunch of cops next door. There are going to be a bunch of cops next
And she's gonna go to the window and look out the fucking window.
we're just normal kids. They don't know anything.
Can't we?
Yeah,
Well,
but
we
if
gotta go after
if
Cassie.
but if Hank comes here and finds out I'm home alone with 3 boys in the house, it's gonna end really badly
We
for
can
me.
hide. We'll hide.
Oh God,
So
that never works.
So I'm gonna go like
I've
creep
seen
over
Three's
to the
Company.
window and like
Peering out, you see the first deputy get out of his car when Hank pulls up, and Hank gets out of his car. They both go up to the door, and they knock on the door again. And then they try the door, but it's locked. Those guys locked it when they left. And then they walk around, and Hank peers over the wall with his flashlight, and you see them go to the side gate and kind of jimmy it open. They go around the back, and then you assume they find the busted sliding glass door,
Yeah.
and they go in the house, and they're looking around.
Okay. While they're in the house, we should book it out the back and into the woods. Right? Your yard. Am I misremembering that their yard backs up to the
I,
woods?
I
does.
think we
I believe so.
discussed
That's true.
that.
Because that's how Dav got it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
But
jumped the wall.
what? Where are we going?
We gotta go rescue
Look at
Cassie.
Cassie.
Yeah, but where are we going to go rescue Cassie? We can't just run into the woods and not have a plan.
Well, Dart Security took her. So we'll go to their...
Look, we have the plate number. If we can't,
The neighbor's house to the other side of you, the dog in the backyard starts going nuts.
what time is it now? By the way,
It's probably... You had to be home at like she got there about 6,
6.
I believe.
Yeah.
So
And
it's
then
probably
there would've
about
been dinner.
7:15 by now, ish. The sun's gone down.
Yeah. This is winter
Sun's
time.
getting real low.
No, it's already gone. That was last episode.
I know. I just like saying
14
it.
times.
It's the best.
Yeah, it is.
Is the dog normally really noisy?
No, but it is like the terrified / super angry dog barking. Like just
Is there a window that looks over there?
Yeah.
you don't see much because it's dark. The yard is dark.
I imagine we probably have like a light outside in the back though.
Yeah,
So I'll
yeah,
probably
yeah.
like flip on like the outside like floodlight.
Sure. You get down there and you flip it on and you're looking out your sliding glass door. And right at the corner of the property, like just beyond the fence is the woods, you see something run by the back wall, and you just sort of see brown hair. Like somebody tall, because it's a 6-foot wall, so
Yeah.
it's somebody that's over 6 foot. You just sort of see a big brown, like a lot of hair. Not like a big afro kind of
Sure,
hair,
sure.
but just
Flowing hair.
Yeah.
curly sort of hair, like run by pretty fast.
Was that a Wookiee?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't
it was
a
like
Wookiee.
Chewbacca. Yeah, that's exactly kind of what it is.
Okay.
but what if it was? Sorry.
Like, I think Bigfoot's the least of our concerns right now. We got to figure out what we're doing to help Cassie, but that was super weird.
I think, like, literally what just happened, we have that pause of, like, anything else going to happen?
Yeah. Like, what's next?
Okay.
Okay. We sneak out. We go talk to Marge. Wait, did I get the right name?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We go talk to Marge. Figure out if they know where those plates went, and we know if we have to go to the regular dart detainment or that other place that we don't even know what they're up to.
Damn, I'm awake.
God.
Which facility do her parents work at? Do they work at the same one as my parents?
Yeah.
Well,
Different department.
That's probably who would come to get them if there's some kind of problem.
I mean, probably. I mean, what are we going to do once we get there?
We'll have to
Find Cassie. We'll have to look in and see once we're there.
make sure she's okay.
I don't know that we can figure out what we're going to do until we get there.
Perhaps we can find out where the detainment is. If you can ask maybe Marge where they're holding your father. Because he's probably in the same place, no?
Maybe. I don't know that they're going to tell her, though, because obviously the cops don't know what's going on if they're investigating next door.
But maybe also if we could talk to your dad, maybe we could get his take too.
I don't think I'm going to be able to talk to
I
him.
will put forward the truth that there was a 911 call with a scream that was then, oh, sorry, and hung up
Oh, that is true.
from the house next door.
Yeah.
And then there's a busted out sliding glass door and a bunch of sick in the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that
Nothing suspicious here,
Maybe
officer.
the police are going to be busy.
still, I don't think that would have occurred to
Yeah.
mention this
But
moment, but yeah.
that is an actual truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the chances are those police aren't there looking for who took Cassie.
Right.
Who knows?
That's not why they're there.
No one knows. No one knows anything.
I think we.
I mean, I guess we could go to the facility, but I don't know. I mean, we could go and I could say I want to talk to my dad and see if they'll let me, but
It could be, they say, a good distraction while the rest of us sneak in.
maybe. I don't know. I mean, we could try. I mean, hopefully that's where she got taken. Hopefully it's nothing serious. They
But what would they want with her? Like, what? Why do they want to keep her detained?
I don't know.
Leverage.
Or just to keep her safe while her parents are sick. She can't stay home alone.
I'm sure that's it.
Right? I mean,
Maybe. I hope so.
if they're being questioned or whatever and they know they're going to keep them overnight, they can't just leave a kid alone in the house all night.
They'd recognize you at the facility, wouldn't they, Crash?
Yeah, I'm going all the time after school.
So then maybe he's our way in.
Can we use that?
I mean, I go to visit my parents there pretty regularly.
It's just another option.
Are your parents there now?
I don't know where they are. I mean, Mom's home. We got her. She's out.
I mean, we could go and also say you were looking for your parents because they didn't come home.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, both of us have a reason to be there, I guess.
Are our bikes in the front yard?
Mine would be...
Danny also said something
yours
that
is
cannot be
like, mine's-
said on
parked around
network
the
television.
yeah, mine's are on the side of the house, so...
But there is absolutely a Crash bike and a Cassie bike and a
Yeah,
Yeah,
Danny
like
bike.
a pile of bicycles
parked in
the
front
yard.
of Cassie's house.
Which probably doesn't look super weird by itself, but if we go out there and try to untangle 3 bikes in front of the cops.
Well, 2.
Weren't the bikes taken out when you guys dropped off Crash's mom?
Well, you took them out of the car, but then they rode their bikes over
right,
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're just in Cassie's front yard.
I mean, I could try and talk to Hank and distract him so you guys could grab your bikes.
Or, I mean, they're in the house. Maybe we could just be real quiet and go get our stuff. You can borrow
Maybe.
Cassie's bike. I bet she won't mind.
I have no problem riding her bike.
And they're
It
about the
is
same
totally
height.
the banana seat
Yeah.
streamers off the handlebars.
It's fine, I'm Canadian.
Just so you can...
I wasn't going to say anything, but I was really hoping you'd
Thank you for that gift, Joey.
I do what I can.
Yeah,
That
that
was-
low-hanging fruit.
That was precious.
Are you guys going to go sneak and get your bikes then?
I think so.
All right.
Cool.
So
I'm gonna let you
we
guys
have
do
to
that
move.
while I do
Wait,
the bathroom.
but real quick, where's your bike?
At her house.
At her house.
Oh, yeah, okay,
So
so you just have to get it from
Right.
the side of
Yeah.
the house. Okay, so we're not...
Suckers.
Okay, so yeah, we'll,
So,
let me see if I can, like, pick them up, and then maybe you can just, like, grab it and walk
they're
them
probably
around.
not all super tangled up.
Yeah.
No,
But,
Like, you
they're-
probably all pulled in and just let them down onto the grass.
but do
Right.
we have the kind of bike that ticks when the wheel goes?
Do you?
I think Crash
Like,
just
with
had
gears?
a BMX. I think it was the original, like, 100 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Crash had a BMX bike, which doesn't tick, but I don't know if anyone else has gear bikes.
I feel like Danny probably also has like a Mongoose or a Huffy or something because that was the bike at this time period. But I almost feel like, well, no, Cassie's bike is a banana seat
Yeah, it
bike.
is not.
Yeah, cruiser. So that's fine too. Okay, I was gonna say I could absolutely see hers having
And your
all
town
of the
is
gears
pretty
and,
flat.
and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's not like people are concerned about, I need 18 speeds to get up and down these hills.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Can
what?
you just like call them to you or something?
What?
I don't know.
I'm not a wizard.
He's not a member of Alpha Flight.
What?
But
Alpha Flight, like the Canadian Avengers.
yeah, you know,
Never heard
like
of it.
in the
Mon
comics.
Dieu. All right, so in Alpha Flight, you have I can't remember, North Star and the
And Aurora
Oui.
and Box and
I'm
Puck
gonna go get the bikes.
and
Get ready to come out and grab yours.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna sneak out.
Canonically, Danny is a comics nerd too. So,
So make your body sneak.
Yeah.
with
Okay.
at least two.
Yeah.
Okay. So one success will get you over there to
Yeah.
your bikes.
Yep.
Before we knew he was a robot, I thought he might be a mutant because, like, he healed like that, like Wolverine.
Oh yeah, another member of the Alpha Flight.
Yeah.
Yes.
God. You're encouraging Danny.
Danny is like, finally
Someone
someone.
understands.
So you have your extra success. Do you want to give it to somebody?
I think at this point he's being so careful and aware of where the cops are. I think he's more likely to uncover a surprising piece of
Sure.
information.
We never went through
wait.
the purse.
Oh yeah, I just left it in her room because I don't know what to do with the purse.
Fuck. Okay. Well, I'm gonna find that later.
Let's
Thanks
see
for
when
that,
Mitch
Gem.
sees it.
And you're like, what the fuck? Ooh, cash.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, actually, can we retcon that a little bit because Crash isn't that dim?
Sure.
Just
You're the boss.
no, but I mean, he found this thing of like
He has a 486 processor.
You did not say
In
that you
1982,
set it
that's
down.
huge.
yeah. At some point, would have been like open, like no, I can't do that, Midge. I found.
Oh, are we backing up for a second here? Okay.
Yeah. I need a minor retcon of like, I found Cassie's mom's purse, and then as we're all like, oh, well, we're gonna go out to the facility, maybe her ID or something is in there that could get us into the building.
Did you look?
No, it's a purse.
Give me
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we know better. We know. I'm a grown-ass man. I don't go in a purse.
Yeah, trained from a young
It
age.
could be personal things.
There's personal.
Personal thing.
Nailed it.
Stuck the landing.
Give me that. And I will rifle through it looking for...
Absolutely. There's her, like, ID badge thing with a swipe card on it. You know, it's got one of those, like, pull lanyards
Yes.
things.
Okay.
That's in there. Her wallet's in there. Her car keys are in there.
Yes, they're just going to drive to the facility.
Well, I
That'd be
mean,
real-
what's more suspicious? 4 kids on bikes or a dark car driving by?
There's probably, like, one of those little mini things of mace, you know, attached
Oh,
to the
yeah.
keychain.
I'm totally taking that.
What mace? What mace? That's gone.
And then her wallet with probably $40 in
I
it.
feel like what happens is Midge like starts to see all this stuff, and she turns to the guys and goes, "Do you mind?" And we all go, "Oh, yeah,
right.
sorry."
No, Midge is not going to be like that. She doesn't give a fuck. But no, she'll grab the mace.
There's probably like 12 chapsticks.
Of course there are.
Yeah.
And the pass card.
Yeah.
But I think she's going to leave everything else.
Okay.
She's not going to actually steal money.
There's credit cards, too.
She's not going to steal. She's not that bad. No, Midge is bad in a different sort of way. She doesn't actually do malicious stuff, and she'd want to get it back.
So you're going
It's
to take
like-
the pass? Are you going to take the mace?
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Like Cassie's parents take care of her part of the time. Like she's over there eating all the time. She's not going to do anything untoward.
Those are all you choices.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we could take the car, but I think that would be hard with the cops out there.
yeah, to go over and be like,
Hey guys,
see you later.
have a good night.
Trying to make your voice real deep. Like,
Yeah.
I'll see you later, police officers.
Protect and serve.
Just a
there.
regular adult kid here, ready to drive a car.
We're just
I'm
gonna get
going
this
to my
car out of
job
the
at
way.
the business factory.
Yes, thank you.
Business, business, business.
Sure. So,
I'm going to make a
then
note that I have
fast
a
forwarding
base.
back to current time.
Yep.
You are now standing there with your bicycle, and you have bestraddled it.
Yeah.
And the other two bikes are ready to be taken.
Yeah.
Okay.
There, no problem.
I'm like, all right, well, let's go around the side where Midge's bike is, and we're gonna wait for her there.
Okay, so you pump around to the
Yeah.
side of her house. You guys need to make a sneak of your own to get over there.
Oh, and what did I discover out front? That whole thing reminded me that I had discovered a thing before.
You're
which is
right.
why I had to rewind. Sorry.
And I forgot too. What do you find out front? You probably find, has fallen out of the basket of Cassie's bike.
Mm.
You probably find one of her little RC robots that she's built. So it's like a little, like you put it on the ground and drive it, and there's a little controller
Oh,
that has like a super pixelated, almost like she took like the original Game Boy screen
yeah.
and sort of modded it onto this little car so you can drive it around and see what it sees in like
Oh, that's wild.
green and
Okay.
pixels.
I'll just put that in my backpack because she wouldn't want to lose that.
Sure.
So.
Oh, we didn't do questions, but maybe we can do that at the end of the episode for 2 episodes. We
Yeah.
didn't do questions.
We didn't
for
do it last
this
time?
episode.
No.
Sorry.
No. It just occurred to me because I'm about to make a roll and Danny is still upset, so I'm subtracting a die. And it's right next to the experience tracker here.
Cool.
Oh yeah. I should probably mark upset. Actually.
Okay,
You know,
guys.
even
Of
scared
all the
would work.
times that you could pick to have a condition, this is not the one.
Hey,
Yeah.
I've still had this condition from like way back.
Look, I
And
gave
just
you
dealt with
I
this
gave
mom.
you KFC.
That's
You're
true.
fine.
That's true.
That's
I got KFC. I got a good pep talk. Not.
We had an awkward conversation
Yes.
about CPR.
Yeah. But she's still chuckling about. Yeah, that'll be distracting enough. Yeah.
Danny's night, however, has been very, very weird.
Tell me about it.
Probably the fact that your mom ended up back at your house might have helped you.
You kicked
With
the
that.
guy that she was
Well, no,
following
my
around.
mom was during the whole time. She was always at the house.
Right, yeah, but like the fact that she wasn't
Are you
gone
saying
when you got there.
Gotcha. That it's still like
And you got to leave her the
clear
note.
upset.
Yeah, she's not
Okay.
missing. Yeah,
Okay, so
which
I
is
had
nice.
some closure there.
And
All
you
right, fair
kicked
enough.
Kaufman in the nards.
Well,
Well, you
in
kicked
the
him
side.
in the side. You kicked him in the
Yeah.
side. His
Stay
side.
away from my
The
mom.
side nards.
Yeah.
Yeah, the side nards.
Side balls.
As everyone's
Totally
familiar
big.
with.
You kicked him in the
Or
side.
the
balls.
side
placements.
balls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he kicked them so hard that they landed in his
Oh,
side,
yeah,
and
there
he
you
kicked him
go.
again.
Captain, not everyone keeps their genitals in the same place.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That's how this game has to end now. It has to end with all of us like with a piece of plastic signing our names in front of the camera.
Go ahead.
Big money.
Big bucks, no whammies.
Okay.
No.
Well, let's see if I get a.
And I'm going to be keeping an eye on their progress from the sidelines.
Well, okay. That's a save me so far. I didn't
you
lose
roll
it.
it.
That's right. I
Didn't lose it
forgot
there.
about your policy.
1.
That is one success. Okay,
All right,
so
now-
Danny.
You do have the option of you can push yourself, which you'll have to take a condition,
Okay.
and then you get to re-roll.
Yeah, let's...
Or you can use your luck point.
Ooh,
and
that's
re-roll.
right.
And
yeah, and
he
you have
has
a
a
bunch of
lot
those.
of luck because
Yeah.
he's
But
12.
It's
also.
not like Savage Worlds where you can just keep using luck after luck.
Right.
You can do it one time.
Okay.
But then after you've done that, if you still don't succeed, then you can go to the push.
All right, let's burn a luck point. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah.
Sure.
And luck point is re-roll both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything
Yeah.
that wasn't already
all
success.
of them.
So close.
All right.
All right, so now I'll take a condition, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause if not, I haven't.
Somebody could try and help you.
Oh, yeah, I'll be helping. I'm like, no, stop stepping on the squeaky toys.
I'm sorry, we don't sneak in Canada. We are very friendly people.
He's probably, to be honest, I think he's probably dressed really nicely.
Yeah.
And he's probably wearing leather shoes and not
Totally
sneakers.
wearing the squeaky shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably like the you're like walk with your feet flat. Don't bend your feet.
Yeah.
So then give him one extra die for the second attempt.
Okay.
So roll that one more die.
Walk Imperial, not
yeah.
metric.
Okay.
Okay.
It
But
was
now
a
you
6
can
when I handed it to you.
It was.
push.
I will push and take a condition.
Yeah.
Let's do scared.
Sure. This has been kind of scary.
It's been much.
Wait, does
You
he
were
get
super-
to keep my help
Yeah.
die for that?
Okay,
yeah.
good.
You're in a foreign country.
Jesus.
Oh.
So close.
Hey!
So,
nobody saw my slide
The
of
two of
hand.
you guys
What in the
get
world
onto
could
your
that
bikes.
be?
Crash has actually started to pedal over to Midge's house again. Danny's just sort of gotten
Follow
on.
me.
You get to your bike, but then there's one of the police officers is sort of like in the front dining room window, like right there, and he looks out and sees you guys, and he
Nailed.
like shines his light out, and is like, and then you see him and he like starts walking like he's gonna come out the door.
Allons-y! Yeah, let's go!
So body move to see
What
if
does
you can
that
get
mean?
down.
Oh,
Body
Oh,
move.
so we're all going, right?
Well,
Jesus.
those two are for sure.
Oh, I'm gone already?
You have kind of made it over by Midge's house.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to try and bust with them, or are you going to wait for her?
Well,
or?
I would bust with them if I'm not already so far ahead. I mean, I was kind of trying to, like, spur them on because I was waiting for them to come out and get their bikes. So,
Well, I assumed that you had started going over towards where she had her bike on the side of her house.
okay.
If that's
Yeah.
not true, tell me. We can fix that.
No, my original plan was like I'm gonna get my bike and then hold their bikes up so that they're like ready to go and they could just run out and get them as quietly
I
as
gotcha.
possible.
I'm sorry.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna stick with that.
Okay, so you're right there with them. So
Yeah.
all three of you need to make a body move in order to evade the police.
Okay, let
So
me.
I'll give you. I'll say, follow me.
Okay.
Away from the popo.
Wait, let me
fuzz.
let me roll first
Okay.
because I may have some to share.
Good things.
Okay. Yeah. I'm pretty decent at body move
Okay.
also. Because Danny was going to be the dynamic front man, so I took a lot of body move.
Yeah, yeah. You have to move it. Move it.
Yes.
Okay.
Two.
I think we're contractually obligated to do that
all
once
right.
per episode.
So I'm gonna give one of those to Francois
Merci.
Very good.
and move myself.
All right. I would let Francois roll next because he
Okay.
already has a success.
okay.
That's 2 successes.
Excellent.
So now with your second success, you can either let's see, with body move, you can give a success to another kid, you can impress someone, or you can make it so no one notices you.
You know what? Just because
Francois is the knight.
Yes.
I am the Batman. Since I've already been spotted, it makes no sense for no one to notice me, so I'll pass it on to Danny.
Okay.
So it's 2
that
successes.
is one. Yeah. So one success plus the pay it forward.
All right. And what do you want to do with your other success then?
On a move, it is.
Give a success to someone else, impress somebody, or no one notices you.
I'm kind of inclined for the no one notices you, like I'm in front of Francois and saying follow me, but whoever, like with the light beam,
Sure.
Just doesn't catch me.
That's fine.
Okay.
That makes total sense to me. So, you guys have just trucked down the cul-de-sac and made a turn by the time the cop gets out the front door. Because he had to fiddle with the lock and, yeah. So, you hear him and he's like, "You kids get back here!" Like, he's obviously yelling to try and get your attention.
No. No, I don't actually do that, sorry.
And you guys have made it around the corner, but it's safe to assume he might come looking.
Yeah. Mitch, we gotta go.
I know.
Well, she's not even with you.
Oh, I thought you were down at your
Well,
bike.
no, I have
right.
you guys come around. Yeah, I was coming down to where my bike was.
Yeah, but you're probably at your bike when you see them get over there and you see the light shine on
Yeah.
them, and then they just truck down the street.
Oh, okay.
So you can make a body sneak to get your bike and get out of the area
Okay.
before the policeman sees somebody on the other side of the cul-de-sac.
Okay, so I've got like a million dice in that.
Even though you're not any good at it.
My dice are so mad they don't even want to stay in my
I'm just
hand.
saying, Crash is willing to explain to Mitch how to sneak better.
See if I ever try and give you CPR again.
Robo-splaining?
All right, 2 successes.
Nice.
Okay, so with your first success, you managed to, you actually walk your bike, and the dog is still kind of upset in the backyard, so the police officer doesn't notice any noise from you at all.
Yeah.
And you get down to the end of the street. You kind of know where the street light is, so you skirt into that neighbor's yard a little bit to kind of stay in the shadows. Yeah. You get down to the end of the street, and you're away. Your other success, did you want to contribute to the group as a whole that lets all of you kind of get away from this police officer?
No, fuck those guys because they don't think I'm sneaky.
Or,
No, I'm just-
or did you want to attempt to find something unusual?
Did you drink all of
You're a
that?
I
monster.
did.
He is the man, the myth, the legend.
Are you okay?
Well, I'm just going to vibrate through the wall when I
Yeah.
leave, but
Are you sure he's not a robot?
Yeah, I was just about to say Nick is the robot
yes,
here.
Yeah.
I am Bender. I am an alcohol-fueled robot.
Oh, God. I am going to be like, guys, and like lead them sort of like the best path away that's going to be the sneakiest. Because I am good at sneaking.
Yep. I know that.
So, you guys have absolutely made it away, and you've turned down the little dirt path that goes kind of between two houses out to the woods. So even though the cop kind of jogs down to the end of the street and looks both ways, he doesn't see you guys. And you are away.
Away!
Where are you headed?
I think we're headed to the facility.
Okay. So you guys are trucking towards the loop.
That was so close, you guys.
Yeah.
These police are much more observant than the Canadian ones.
You also made a lot of noise.
I'm sorry, my shoes is squeak. You would do the same if you're meeting your international girlfriend or boyfriend, no? You're dressed up and nice.
Wear squeaky shoes?
With nice shoes. My nice shoes squeak.
These are my nice shoes. They're like brand new running shoes.
At 12, though, any nice shoes you have are brand new.
Oh, yes.
Because
that's true.
you
Yeah.
just had
Because
to
you-
get a
yeah.
pair to make them
Yep,
fit your
from
feet.
6 months ago.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I wouldn't know. I don't have a fake,
Oh,
like, international boyfriend.
I thought you were going to go,
The
"You
French
just
are
had
age."
nice shoes. And I was about to feel all sad.
She probably doesn't, though.
I am not a fake. I am real. I am a real boy.
I feel like he's like the Canadian Hulk, though. Like, he's super nice, and then eventually he's going to get to that line.
That's it.
And then,
Nerd rage.
Vive la France Canada!
Yeah. So I think we're headed towards Dart.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You do, in the distance, see another aircraft with a big spotlight on. Same direction you saw the others. Out there over the desert. Now that you're out and it's dark at night, you can see that cone of light that's sort of swiveling around in the distance.
That's freaky.
And as you're riding, you actually, now that you're all outside, you hear more sort of upset critters. Like more dogs in the neighborhood bark than usual, and yeah.
Maybe we should not go too far into, like, off the beaten path
Yeah,
here.
let's take streets tonight
Yeah.
because it's dark.
Do you think Dav is riling them up?
Probably that's what it is.
I don't-
He
I don't
cannot
think
be
it-
everywhere, no?
Dab was heading right back, though, so I don't think it's Dav. And
Unless
we saw
Dad
that,
was drunk and was wandering through neighborhoods.
and we saw
Or
that
his GPS was
person or
malfunctioning and he
It was
forgot.
a
thing
Wookiee.
running by.
We know it was a Wookiee. Let's just call
It
it
wasn't
what
a
it is.
Wookiee.
How do you know that?
If anything, it would be Bigfoot before it's a Wookiee. A Wookiee is...
Well, Bigfoot is in the Pacific Northwest, no? That'd be very weird for
People
him to
have
be
spottings everywhere, but that's beside the point. We should take surface streets.
Bigfoot takes vacations too.
Skunk ape.
Oh, I do want to look up. Oh, what is the Boulder City crypto zoological item?
Yeah.
If only there was an internet.
Maybe it was Mothman.
Yeah,
Chupacabra.
yeah. Well, whatever. We're not going into the woods tonight because it sounds crazy in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably even hear some animals out in the forest that seem riled up.
Let's just get to the facility,
Yeah.
try and get Cassie, and get back.
Agree.
I like this plan, yes.
Yeah. Go, go, go.
Quick question: did you bring the squawk box with you, or did you leave it?
I
in
left
the room?
it.
Yeah, we hid that.
Very good.
Oh no.
We didn't want it to fall in the wrong hands.
It's all good. It is protected by your underpants.
Yes, it has
all
a
good.
protective barrier
Oh,
of
that's
underwear.
true.
Yes.
It does have the.
That is
Very underwear.
fully accurate and impenetrable.
Yeah.
No one will go in there.
Yeah.
Off you go. You guys are driving along, and you do see some more military vehicle activity driving through town at this hour, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try and I imagine go to the shadows and stuff. Yeah,
Just an idea.
I know.
I'm just having a
I have
moment.
dreams
Okay.
and it crossed my mind already, but I don't think so because that's,
Okay.
that's every other game.
Never
I play.
mind. Sure.
Oh.
Innocente.
Yeah. Danny is doing a great job of drawing incorrect conclusions from evidence that seems legit at the
Poorly
moment.
supported ideas.
That's right.
No, trust me. That's always my first thought,
Sure.
man.
Oh, I just wanted to see when that movie was made so that I could see
I could have
would
just
this have been in?
told you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So,
Can you
you've
go-
made it through town. The military vehicles don't seem to pay any attention to you guys riding around. No big deal. Because it's the
Right.
weekend, kids riding their bikes, there's kids around
It's
town.
not that late at night either.
No, it's
we're
not,
just
yeah.
out.
imagine we're still not trying to be super obvious. So
Yeah, but you're not, trying to hide every time
Yeah.
a car drives by. Or that
well,
kind of
and then this guy's
Well,
shoes are
squeak,
squeaky.
yeah,
as he
squeak,
fights.
But here's the thing. Are we? Because I have to think back to when I was a preteen, is you do have that moment where you don't realize that, if I just ride my bike
Yeah,
normally,
nobody
no one's
cares.
going to look at me
Yeah.
or care. There's this sort of heightened sense of, oh, I'm doing something I
No,
shouldn't
that's
be
why.
doing.
That's why I just said I think we would be sneaking and probably sticking to shadows and
Yeah,
stuff.
but
I
not,
don't think we're
but
riding
not jumping in the
normal.
bushes every time a car comes by.
No,
Right.
but I think we're
Okay.
being cautious.
Yeah.
Plus, we don't know if they're going to come and take Robo Crash away.
Right.
Fair enough. So, you guys get to the point where now you've made it out of town and you're looking down the slope towards the facility down there. And you can see every single building has a red hazard light by the door that's on.
Have you ever seen that before, Crash?
During drills.
What kind of drills? What was they drilling?
Yeah, like a fire drill or whatever, an emergency.
Do we have to get in there? They could be in danger. They could be hurt, no?
Is there sirens going off, or just the
Just the
flashing
lights.
the
Yeah.
rotating light?
Which
They
door do you
probably
usually
they
go?
probably don't go to the siren route unless things have gone horribly wrong.
Yeah.
In an effort to not terrify the populace. Super science has gone wrong.
We shouldn't have meddled.
Just don't tell anybody. They'll figure it out.
The first stage is always this.
Yeah.
If it gets to a point where there's going to be some kind of core breach of
Yeah.
the crazy reactor towers or
Then
whatever,
the running and the screaming.
then the sirens and all of that jazz.
And 3 corners White Walkers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it probably means the doors are locked, and we're gonna have to figure out a way to get through.
So the key card won't work?
I don't know. It might.
I mean, we could still just try and go and say that you're looking for your parents.
Yeah, just start at the front, and then if we get turned away, try something else.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that makes the most sense.
Figure it out for
Right.
a second.
All right.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Van? I don't know. What?
Danny. So this is like a little bit away. Like, did Midge really give me CPR?
Yeah, dude.
I regret my character choices.
Never regret. Always embrace.
Because she thought I was dead.
Yeah, I didn't think you were dead. She thought you were dead.
Well, why didn't you think I was dead?
Because you didn't seem like you were dead. I mean, you didn't seem like you had a problem. But then, you know, I don't know how long there was a lot of stuff going on. So, and then she came in, and you weren't moving, and she was really concerned. So, she came over and gave you CPR.
That's pretty cool. Don't you think?
I mean, I'm impressed. Yeah.
I don't think I even know how to do CPR.
No, me neither. I mean, I guess it's something that you picked up from her dad.
Yeah, I should probably learn how to do that.
So, Francois, how are you?
Hey, I had my awkward conversation with Francois.
I know.
It's your turn.
Yeah, this is us like we've like pulled ahead a little bit. And
So what has Cassie told you about me that makes you think I am not real?
It's Cassie, and she kind of doesn't talk to people very good.
But there were pictures of us together at the space camp. Did she not show you any of the pictures?
There's pictures?
Oui.
No.
Oh, I love
you know
that.
what? Can I just canonically add that Crash has seen these pictures and never thought to bring it up
Like, oh, yeah.
in all
He's
of
totally
our debates
there.
about like.
Yes. Yes. I mean, Cassie spends most of her
That's a very
time
Crash
building
thing.
robots. Like, I hang out with her probably more than anybody else. So, you see how it might be hard to believe she's got a pen pal from Canada that maybe she just wanted to show off or something for space camp. I don't know.
But she doesn't seem like one who wants to show off. She seems one who is secure in who she is and wants to make a name for herself and doing what she knows best. I don't think she cares what the opinion of other people are. Is this not true?
Sometimes she does like to show off a little bit. You should see the stuff she builds.
She is rather impressive.
Yeah.
She's very smart.
Uh-huh.
I hope we find her soon.
That would be nice, but
It's
Yeah.
a race, and Crash always loses.
and then, I mean, I think she's going to be really surprised to see you.
I hope so. I tried to write her ahead of time, but the U.S. mail system is so slow. She probably not get my note saying that I'm coming until after I've already gone. N'est-ce pas?
No, that's true. Our mail's
Nespa?
terrible.
What's Nespa?
Yes.
Hot chocolate.
No.
Yeah.
I know. I was going to go like the Murder by Death route.
Yes!
Yes, Hershey's. I love that movie so much.
I just love using all of my high school French in this
think
one
she's
episode.
Damn it. Now
I'm
you've set
surprised
me
to hear
off.
that because you're doing fantastic.
Oh, merci.
Well, we should catch up to the others.
We have to get there soon.
There you go. You guys are approaching the gate.
Wait, real quick. So, Midge, it occurs to me that I've never learned how to do CPR.
Are we back to this again?
No, look, I'm just saying, like, can you teach how to do CPR?
Absolutely not.
It is not a bad idea to have at least two people know how to do CPR.
Yeah,
'cause
what if
you need CPR
What
and
if
then
you
he
get
can
hurt and
Then
need
go
CPR?
take a class. Like
But-
at they offer stuff
like right now?
I'm not going to show you how to do CPR right now.
It can't take that long.
Crash. I know the speed at which you learn. Can we try and go save Cassie?
Well,
We're
maybe teach
going.
me.
Can we focus, please, guys? I guess just leave me to die if I need CPR, okay?
We'd never do that, Midge.
Can we just go?
We're
I don't want to
going,
talk about
yeah.
the CPR anymore.
All right,
Does,
fine.
does
Sorry I brought
Waffles
it
want
up.
to do CPR? Maybe he can do CPR on you?
Oh,
bonjour, mes
He
amis!
tried so hard. He was in the class with you.
He's probably super passed out from licking all of the
he's
sugar
drunk.
off.
Yeah, that
he's-
dude's drunk.
Well, he's in that sugar crash now.
Yeah.
His metabolism is super high comparatively.
Um,
No, and Midge just assumes that CPR is getting brought up again just to drive that point home, and she's very
Oh,
frustrated.
100% for sure.
You guys are so-
I don't know if that's actually Crash's intention, but that's why.
I know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like Midge is 100% convinced that he's just like way too happy about this.
Oh my God. So
It's like, yeah, I don't care about like the compression part. Tell me about the other part.
Your mouth goes, how?
So, in an effort to maintain the theme of the time period for
Yes.
tonight, I bought the
Ah,
Coors
yes.
Banquet,
The Banquet.
beer.
A banquet in a glass.
are you enjoying your choice?
It's actually not terrible.
It's drinkable.
Yeah,
His other choice is for Loco, so yes, he's enjoying the hell out of
that is a
choice.
100% true.
Correct. Okay.
But
Accurate.
That adds up.
the part that's weird about it for me is that my dad always drank Coors,
Oh yeah.
and just the taste of it smells like him a little bit.
yeah.
So I keep every time I take a sip, I'm all like,
A little nostalgia.
Oh,
that's
Dad.
weird. Yeah, yeah. That was my childhood.
All right.
Territon cigarettes and fucking Coors. Great.
I thought my character had a tragic backstory, and that Dave told us about his real life.
Oh wow.
So the tragedy of the evening goes to...
Yeah, seriously. Mac's like, y'all are stepping in my style here.
He's like, the smell of beer and cigarettes.
Get your own character flaw.
Yeah. Get out of my brand.
Yeah. But I know why now, because my dad, he went and taught band to middle school kids for years and years.
Okay.
That
So,
makes sense.
you know,
Like
he
I said,
needed
tragic
it.
backstory.
Yeah, he needed it for sure.
Yeah.
Like, after my dad passed away, the memorial service, all of my friends came with 24 packs of Coors,
Oh.
right?
Aw.
Which was great and touching, but then I literally had like 200 bottles of Coors in the house, and I was like, what? Oh,
That's
God.
what you said
Oh.
scene. 200 bottles of
Yeah.
Coors on the wall, 200 bottles of
Coors.
Coors.
Literally, it took me months because at that point
Absolutely
I
not.
wasn't even at
Unsubscribe.
all.
Yeah. This is
couldn't
not
deal with
aligned
it.
with my interests. So we ride up to the facility.
Yep.
You get to the gate.
Yep.
There is absolutely a burly-looking guard standing in a gatehouse, and he sees you kids riding up, and he comes stomping out.
Do I recognize him?
Is his name a variation on Margaret?
Marty.
It is.
Martin.
You do not recognize him.
Oh, okay.
Probably
My
don't
dad
come
wasn't
at night
around when
very
I was a
often.
kid.
Oh,
My
yeah,
name's
that's
Margaret,
true.
okay?
Oh, he's the one that goes by the full name?
Yeah.
So listen, my parents thought they were having a girl. They wrote it wrong on the form.
Lord knows you can't change it.
I'm proud to be Margaret.
Yeah.
This is the
Maybe
parents.
the man I am today.
The name my parents gave me is Margaret. It's not Margaret.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's there's a patch on his shirt that says Hutchinson.
Yeah, okay.
Margaret Hutchinson.
So we ride up, and Crash kind of tries to pull ahead at least of like, hey, hi.
What can
Hi.
I do for you, son?
Oh, I need to get in. My parents work here. I just need to go check in. They're working late, and they said I wasn't supposed to stay home alone. So,
Well, all right. What are your parents' names?
Renee Clay and William Clay,
Let me check.
and just a little creepy callback. He says it in the exact timbre when he was like saying, "Please call my parents if found."
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the same recording?
Renee Clay,
Right,
William
Mark
Clay.
Yeah.
Could you please call for my parents, Renee
Renee
Clay, and
Yeah,
It would have been creepier if it, like, please call for my parents, and it was your mom's voice that said Renee Clay, and then your dad's voice that said.
Oh, jeez.
That would have been super creepy.
yes,
Do not want.
no,
Want.
that's too creepy for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
But he goes back in his hut and he flips through a clipboard kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm. Because that's good enough security. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know.
And then like he like points out the window and he goes, and then he picks up a phone and he dials and starts talking to someone.
Has he seen us?
Yeah, unless you guys held way back. Like, to approach the gate, you have to come out in the open.
Yeah, I said I rode ahead a little bit, but I didn't know how close behind me you guys were.
So, you guys tell me.
What's not going to do us any good if he's the only one that gets in?
Right. We didn't really talk about this at all. I feel like...
I was going to ride up as well because also...
Good job.
The issue with Midge's dad, that was going to be also the backup thing. So I think she probably rode up with Crash.
Okay.
After not teaching him CPR.
Actually, no. It makes sense for the two of you to do that, but the two of us have like no reason, and
Yeah.
there's no
Except
way
for
that the
emotional
story.
support.
Right. There's no way that the story is like, oh, I need to go see my parents, and by the way, also my 2 or 3 other friends
said I shouldn't stay home alone, and my other friends were alone as well, and my parents sometimes watch them.
It's better to be alone together than...
Right. So I think like if we can kind of circle back there, I think that Francois and I kind of hold back as
That's
the two
totally
of them
fine.
go
I agree.
forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no problem.
Okay. So as Hutch is calling it in, I'm going to look to the two of you in the light and then go point to myself and make like a walking around the guard. Like, is there a way I can sneak in?
Oh yeah, Crash immediately is like, yeah, you should go. Like waves you on.
He's doing that while Midge is going,
Yeah, yeah. Crash,
Shaking her head,
there's
yeah.
no pause about like, is this a good idea? It's just like, yeah, go.
I'm getting a yes and a no from them. I just look at you like, huh?
So, you tell me.
Oh yeah, we're going.
Okay. Oh,
Thank
shit.
you for that
Sneak
moment.
again.
That was awesome.
woo! And you guys start doing it. I'm like,
No chance I can just comprehend my way through,
trying
right?
to, like, sneak by the arm, like the armature across the road?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like while he's distracted, I'm going to try and sneak by.
All right, body sneak for sure.
And hold on. If I can help, I want to help by like,
CLAY.
yeah. Hutchins
Clay.
is like watching me while he's on the phone, right?
Sort of.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna
Yes.
just walk over to the booth and kind of like look in the booth, like I'm curious, like what's he got in there, and kind of like hold his attention a little bit while he's
Okay.
on the phone. Like,
He's clearly like, he puts his hand over the thing, he's like, step
Yep.
back.
is that a
Son.
taser?
And since they've been nothing but trouble, Francois has taken off his squeaky shoes. And put them in his backpack.
All right. So
See if that helps.
You're going
you
down.
are in dress socks
Yep.
on the bike.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you riding the bike in, or are you tiptoeing?
No, I think we're just walking at
No,
this
I
point.
think like the bikes are
Okay.
Stowed.
Are,
Yeah.
yeah, are stowed.
I didn't know if you were going to try and do like the speedy, like if we could just get past them at light speed.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you won't
Like
see
you
us.
won't see
Meep,
us.
Punch it, Chewie.
That's 1-6.
That's
one
a
six.
success. Now, luck lets me keep a success and then keep
Reroll all
going.
that didn't succeed.
Okay. Because I know that this is not Francois' Ballywick, I will spend a point of luck
Bum 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 bum.
to try and get some more successes.
I still have my 1 luck point.
Well, it refreshes every game.
Yeah, there it is.
Success. Excellent.
All right, sweet.
Awesome.
Okay, so I will give him a success,
Thank
Okay.
God.
which is deep.
Goodness.
You are banished dice.
Vanish from
You
the
know what you
land.
did.
Poor Francois has to roll dice like 3 times, and he gets knocked out. Like all his conditioning. He's like, "Why? This is the worst place ever. I'm never coming back to see her again."
She can come to Canada.
Yeah, that's basically what I was
Seriously.
going to say.
Dio Cassie. America is stupid.
I
Come
met-
to Canada.
I
live
met
in a
your friends,
terrifying
they're
place.
awful, come visit me.
I don't know. I don't even know. Like, depending on how things go tonight, maybe things are off with Francois and Cassie. Like,
Oh, she might have too much baggage.
Complicated.
well, this
Well,
is
now there's a robot.
for a boyfriend that has traveled for 1,300 miles to be here. This is kind of a shit show.
Yeah, like you were thinking you were going to show up like, oh,
Hey,
surprise!
let's go take a walk. Go to the
Yeah.
zoo.
Yeah.
We're like,
Yeah.
hey, she's not here, but you want to sneak into this government facility with us?
With Robo Boy?
We're going to go
With a
save
guy
her.
who's probably a robot?
Not a robot.
There is no. Where is my zoo?
Like, he probably in his backpack he has a little padlock with their initials on it because he's French.
Oh, He's been waiting to put on the bridge and the thing. Yeah.
They're gonna find some bridge in town.
Yeah,
to
that
put
was
it on.
doesn't matter where. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a bike rack,
Chain
something.
link fence.
Yeah,
yeah.
that was his whole plan, and now you guys
Yeah.
are just
It's ruined.
I mean, it's not really our fault.
Yeah.
no. Sure. So, you guys manage to, like, you kind of get up to the fence, and then you walk straight at him, so he doesn't see the motion of going across, and then loop back around on the inside of the fence, and kind of get away from this guard shack. And it's, like, around the buildings is pretty well lit, but the space in between the buildings is not, like, bright floodlights. There are several towers around the perimeter where you know that there are usually guards that have handheld lights if they need to light up something, but they're not on right now. Really, probably the only light that's flashing into the dark areas between buildings is the red. They're not even like super fast, but there's just like so there's a little bit of light, but not enough that you're super obvious. Okay, but you're inside.
Sweet.
Just after that, he hangs up the phone and he comes out and he goes, we can escort you inside, and you're here for...
This is my sister.
This is absolutely
A
going to
lie
be
when Danny's not here.
yeah,
I
this is going to
love
be
it.
a heart charm.
I got a little bit. I'm sorry.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna assist you. I'm gonna get you a die by going, yeah, and like taking your hand.
Oh, good. Okay.
Like, yeah, we're totally brother and sister.
Body contact.
all right?
That'll help him think straight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to convince the guard and not crash.
All right. There's 7 dice. There's no way I don't get a success.
Oh,
Right?
and now he's jinxed it because he's
I think you need to drink it.
Poking
Oh,
in the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two of them.
That is the power of love.
Thank you, you beautiful man.
You got 3 years on that song, man.
Yeah.
Woo.
All right. So I've got 2. What can I do with my extras? Can I? Well, short version. Can I impress Mitch?
I'm like, that's the only option you're gonna pick.
Right.
Let's
It's
just go ahead and cut to the fucking chase.
Yeah. Is
here.
that an option with heart charm?
Okay. Let me
Can
read
we
these.
add it?
I'm going to read all these because they're good. There's
Oh,
some
okay.
good
Okay.
ones. They keep believing you, so this case it would apply to the guard. They will take risks to help you. Could also apply to the guard. They will try to persuade others to believe you. So, like, you have convinced them enough that he'll make a phone call and
That's real good.
that kind of thing. They are frightened, confused, or impressed. Or they're infatuated.
Nope.
But the final one that would not apply to the guard necessarily, but has formed a lasting relationship.
Oh. I don't want to put another character in that. Like to have to make a decision.
Well, no, it can be just the relationship of the like. Okay, maybe this holding the hand thing wasn't so terrible.
I mean, I don't know. That's a tough move. But I also think
Obviously, any relationship stuff is a consensual thing
Right,
here. It's
right,
not the dice said you've got to make out with me. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I
Yeah,
know.
I mean, we're,
And this one is monster.
Yeah, we're playing Monster Hearts.
yeah, there's no X card on this table, guys, because there shouldn't be a need
Loops or
for
hearts.
it.
There it is.
Loops
Loops
or
or hearts.
hearts. Yeah. No, it's not. It's not that.
That is in the same universe. As soon as you guys cross that line at 18,
Yeah.
it is all hands on deck for shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, I still hope
We're
our
already
band,
in the demigods.
Yeah, I hope our band plays at Carefree High. That's what I'm hoping.
No, you guys are going to be big by then.
Yeah, we'll be in our 20s.
Wild stuff.
10 years on the new wave scene.
Yeah, that's right.
Boulder City High School football rules. No, I want to do the one where he's like believes it so much he's convincing other people. I don't remember how it was worded. But
Sure, he will try to persuade others to believe you.
That one.
So,
That's the best choice for getting through this.
Yeah.
so he goes. No problem. You know, your parents are employees. I can call ahead to the build. You know what building to go to?
Uh huh.
Okay. You want me to call ahead for you and let them know you're coming? Or
Yeah, because Midge hasn't been here before, so a lot of the people might not recognize her. So
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. No worries. So he goes back in the hut. He like hits the button so the arm comes up so you can ride your bikes in. And he picks up the phone and you hear him call ahead. And he's like, "Yeah, okay. Jackson Clay is coming in. He's going to see his parents, and he's brought his sister along. She doesn't know the way around, but he said he knows how to get over the building. So yeah, and like he's nodding to himself, and he's like, okay. And he hangs up and he gives you the wave, like, yeah, you're all clear. Head on over.
thanks, Mr. Hutchinson.
Sure.
And
Holy crap! I can't believe that worked.
you can't believe it.
You guys are right there. He's like, what word? That was fair. You rolled on. I know.
Yeah. That was quick thinking. Grabbing my hand. That made it. That made it look good.
Okay. Can we go find Cassie now?
Uh-huh. Like still holding your hand, like.
I need for the bike. You have to let me have my hand
Oh,
back.
sorry. No, he doesn't blush. I forgot.
You can.
Well, all right. Then yeah. Flush.
Oh god, it's like very like mechanical.
Yeah,
though.
flush,
It's like,
flush procedure engaged.
Initiate facial flush.
Initiate mild embarrassment.
So you guys pedal on. You meet up with the two of them from the darkness. They kind of emerge. And you get over to the building where your parents usually work. You know it's not the same building where Cassie's parents usually work, but you don't know where that is.
Yeah.
You just know that like they've never been around when your parents were.
I probably don't know where the detainment is either.
Probably not.
Okay, but this is a start.
Maybe we can plan a map when we're in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or find somebody that can figure things out. Excuse me.
Okay, well, maybe we just try to get to my mom's office. I know right where that is. That's always the easiest one to find. Dad works like in a big lab. I don't even know if he has his own office. Because he like builds shit.
well, let's get started at least.
Sure. You get over the door, like you get up to the door, and normally there's like a keypad thing or a swipey thing, and you get right to the door. As soon as you get up to it, you hear the of like somebody's buzzing you.
Oh, yeah, okay, great.
buzzing him.
Pull that open, and do we just
Nice.
leave our bikes out here, I guess?
Well, they only think two of us are in here.
Well, they left their bikes outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, let's just leave these here.
It's a secure facility.
We'll come back for it.
They're safer than in Cassie's yard.
Yeah.
for sure. Is this the same building that Danny's mom works in? And I don't know that he's spent a lot of time there, but I feel like he's probably been to her work at least once.
Yeah, that makes sense to me too. I didn't bring my iPad, but did we talk about what your mom does exactly? Just that she works here, I know.
Yeah,
but-
we've never really talked about it. So I'm okay with you going.
What
Maybe
kind of
maybe Danny's never been here.
You know what? I think it would be cool if your mom was somebody that actually worked on the particle accelerator project.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I flipped it. My dad is the programmer. Mom is the engineer.
Got it.
Right. So she would be in a big lab. Dad's office is. Yeah.
All good.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt that.
No problem. So I think your mom's probably not in the same building,
Okay. Cool.
usually, because I think, they kind of are in a separate project facility, and you know that Cassie's parents have another lab that they kind of work together at.
So when I've been here with my mom, I go through the gate and we go to the right.
you
and
go to
then
the
these
big
went to the
towers.
left. Or okay.
Like those big crazy cooling towers.
Okay.
And that's the building that your mom worked in. And she's taking you down and letting you flip the giant switch.
Giant knife blade switch.
Oh, yeah, it's huge. Yeah. Like you probably had to grab it with both hands and hang.
Yeah.
That kind of a thing.
Nick, do you want water?
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
Are you?
Yeah. People don't realize I am huge, and it takes an enormous amount of alcohol to affect
Yeah, but
me.
it's for Loco.
Yeah.
You're still a human.
Yeah.
Or are you?
You never know around here.
Look for the back plate. Look for the back plate.
Nothing here. No charge port. Normal human here.
Doesn't look like anything to me.
Well done. I will say, and I told chat this earlier, the really disgusting, insidious thing about the Four Locos is that when I finished that one, I started going like, well, no one else is going to finish theirs. And it was like, yeah.
It was like
I had a
Tappy
moment-
with the Zima.
I had a
Tappy
moment
kept
of
finishing
brain
everybody's
par-
Zima.
I had a moment of like brain parasite that was like, oh, I could totally,
You're infected now.
Might as well put them down, right?
yeah. I don't want to waste them.
God.
I'm happy to waste a couple of bucks.
Oh yeah, no. It's
Yeah.
Thank you for the experience.
yeah. I can check that off the bucket list.
Yep.
You get inside the building. You get to the point where there's usually there's a reception area with somebody that sits behind one of those tall desks. Sort of like you come in, it's a hallway. You go a little ways, and there's this sort of reception area where somebody's sitting there. And it's somebody you recognize.
Marjorie.
Well done. Well done.
Permutations of Margaret now is my ascension. That's
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like anything to me.
I know.
Yeah, we didn't read those when we started.
Yeah, I couldn't
either.
find that
We
on my
should do
character
now.
sheet. I was going to ask later.
You did this to yourself.
I did.
Could be worse. His name could be Autograph.
Yeah. Well, that was a beautiful moment.
I think it's at night. I think it's probably a young guy, like somebody just out of college, and his name is Jeff.
Marjorie. Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you probably recognize him.
His
he
middle
comes
name
on
is Marjorie.
Jeffrey M.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hey, Jeff. How's it going?
He goes, "Oh, hey, Crash. Hi, everybody. What?
Hey, are our mom and dad here?
No, your mom's not in, but your dad, he's down the hall.
Oh, okay. We're just gonna go check in with him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They called ahead, said you were coming with your sister. I didn't even know you had a sister.
Surprise!
She goes to boarding school. And Crash is like,
Boarding school's a thing.
that was a pretty good lie. I mean,
That was convincing, and yet now casts her in dubious light. She had to be sent away to boarding
My
school.
hair is blue, so
Yeah,
I do
yeah,
look
it's
like
true.
I would fit sort of that.
So he goes, okay. Well, welcome. Down the hall on the right. You know Crash.
yep,
Thank you.
And your friends?
yep. Okay, see you later.
Okay.
I'm all out of lies. I got nothing.
Well, he does,
Very
as you
nice to
guys
meet
walk
you,
by,
as we
he,
walk by.
pulls off those visitor stickers.
Oh yeah, great.
And gives you each one to put, and he's like upper right chest, and it has like a barcode thing on each
Sure.
one, and kind of a deal.
Thank you.
And then he hits a button, and you see inside here, you see a bunch of yellow lights come on. That you would be aware. You wouldn't have any
No.
idea, but you two would both know that that's whenever there's visitors in the building, those lights come on. It tells everybody they have to secure anything that's secret or whatever on their desk.
The top
Sure.
secret.
Yeah.
Be aware of what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So, people have to put stuff away in a drawer or
Yeah.
turn off their computer monitors and wait until. Yeah.
until the visitors walk by.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Got it.
And then you're allowed to go on down the hallway.
Okay.
You get down to your dad's office, and he is just just knocked the shit out in his seat.
Great. Let's not wake him up.
But perhaps he has a map on his computer of the facility. Maybe we can find out where we're going.
Maybe.
Or some paperwork about you.
What?
You
Do you
did-
think he knows?
Well, you did ask for
What-
your mother and father when you were powered down, so it's possible they may know something. I'm going to look at the computer. You figure it out.
I want to investigate and see if I can find anything that's related to
Yeah.
what Crash is.
So,
I just feel like we're gonna look over and there's like this poster which is like schematics.
Right.
Bravo, son!
Boy 2.0.
Yeah. What's the sketch of the guy? You know,
The
Vitruvian
yeah,
Man.
yeah,
Vitruvian Man.
Vitruvian Man.
The Vitruvian Crash.
Yeah.
Someone get on
The
that
Vitruvian Man with
fan art.
sneakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crash 3.0.
It's the Vitruvian Man with a letter jacket.
Oh, I forgot my Letterman's jacket. Damn it.
It's okay. It's hot today too.
It's cold in here, though.
You can do mind investigate to check out the room,
Okay.
or you can do a mind comprehend to use the computer.
Oh, I'll do mind comprehend. I'm good
I'm
at
going
that.
to do mind investigate, so I look around the room because I
Very
actually
good.
have a lot in that.
So it's 4 from-
As Nick, not as Danny, our goal here is to find Crash's dad, and then also try and find your dad and talk to your dad,
Yeah, it's
and
more important to find Cassie.
and find the Lincoln.
One success.
Yeah, our primary goal is to find Cassie.
Right.
Okay.
1 success for
Okay.
mind comprehend for the use computer.
So, let's see.
What can I do that would?
So, a success on your investigate is you can ask 2 questions about anything in this room. So, I can give you a little rundown of the room.
Yes.
There is like a giant printer in the corner
Okay.
that prints out on like hugely wide dot matrix paper. There's just a big, like it's just a full box of paper that's sitting beneath it. And then there's several filing cabinets around the room that are all seem to be filled with printouts of what look like complicated computer program stuff
Okay.
on them. And then in his desk, there's a couple of file folders that have various project names on them, but they're all sort of code words like Project Orion and Project...
Marigold.
Project
Yeah.
Crash.
Nothing that obvious. And then...
Project Valedictorian.
Oh, come on. Fair. That's fair.
What's the last thing I want to say? There's probably a rack that's got a whole bunch of those big insertable magnetic drive discs
Yeah.
in it that could be inserted into a reader on the desk.
Oh, also Max Rack.
Hashtag.
Wait, what?
It's a long-standing joke that some people will get from previous games.
For a different game.
All right.
It's ridiculous and dumb. 2 questions. Do any of the items that you laid out seem like they have been particularly handled? You know, like sometimes a file folder has been handled more often, is more dog-eared or something.
There's probably 2 of the different project files in the desk that look more used.
Okay.
The first one, you open it up and it's just it looks like there's a whole bunch of schematics for like microprocessors stuff, so it looks like really advanced computery things. And the other one you open up and it's a lot of like coding and stuff that talks about like autonomic functions.
Because I figure even if I don't understand something, if I can find something that might make sense, I could take it to Cassie
For sure.
when we find her.
So the first thing, it looks very much like advanced computer stuff.
Okay.
Which you know that Crash's dad is a programmer and Crash's mom does actual manufacturing
Sure.
of computer stuff. So makes sense kind of a thing.
Yeah, but the auto.
And the other one, it doesn't seem like the same kind of stuff, but it's all like as you flip through it a little bit, you get stuff in there that talks about like body temperature and
I'm totally
stuff
taking
like
that
that.
file.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take that file, and I get one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
If you want to take a minute and think, I can do.
yeah, I want a minute to think.
Sure. So your success on comprehend. You get into the computer and it's got like the super chunky IBM keyboard, like just.
Yes.
Oh
Gotta do finger exercises for those.
yeah. Like it takes physical force to be like, I'm going to type a word. But you get into the computer and it was just on, so there's no like sign in or anything.
That's good.
And you kind of start searching through some directories and stuff, and then you find like a listing of files that are all like consciousness, like the directory on the computer just says consciousness files, and it's like a whole listing, and it's huge files. Like, you know something about computers, you know that the files listed here are massive, like just hundreds of megabytes. Like just,
and an 80s computer, that's
crazy
a lot.
talk. Yeah.
Real quick, there's a Cash is in part of the room, checks over his shoulder and takes one of the magnets off of the board and is checking to see if it will stick to his hand.
It does
which
not.
Which it probably wouldn't, but he's like just checking.
You can try anywhere else.
His arm. Side of
the
his
small
head.
of your back,
Yeah.
where the induction plate is.
Does it stick to his back?
It absolutely sticks to your back.
Do I see this?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. So he takes.
Because he's being kind of subtle.
Sure.
So he takes that one off of his back, but doesn't realize a couple others have
Stunk, stunk.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
So he's got a couple magnets on his
I
back.
have the second question too. but-
Yeah, I was going to say, while this is going on, can I see if there is a map, like a facility map or something that would be like a holding facility or someplace where I think that they might have taken Cassie?
You know what? There would absolutely be in the corner. There's like a red backpack, and then above it in a little basket, there's this big binder, and then above that on the rack, there's like a hard hat, and you can see that there's like a flashlight and some other stuff there.
Okay.
And it when you get closer to the binder, it's like emergency procedures, and it appears that Crash's dad is on like the team of people that would go around and check the facility if there was like some kind of disaster or whatever to help people.
So,
Like if you've ever seen some teachers at a school when there's like a fire drill or something, a couple of them have to go around and check all the rooms. and that stuff. Yeah.
I actually
I'm on
did.
search and rescue at my school.
There you go.
Yeah, I did that at one of my jobs where I had the binder of
Yeah.
where to go for all that stuff.
Oh.
Do you want me to roll to see if I can figure out?
It is
Like
totally
where to find?
easy to find
Okay.
a sort of schematic of a map of the facility and that kind of stuff.
Okay, what I'm specifically trying to do though is find like if there is a holding facility or something that
There's
like-
a security building.
okay.
It doesn't give a
Any
real big
additional
description of
details?
what's
Okay.
there, but it's the security building
Okay.
for sure. Okay, hang on a second.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Are there family photos on his dad's desk of him of Crash with his family?
For sure. Yeah, there's a few at various ages.
Can I open up the frames and look at the back of the photos and see if anything's been written on them?
Oh, I thought you were going to say like they were collages.
No, but I want to know if he made a note or something, because families they always made notes so
Sure.
they remember what the photo is
Right.
from.
Yeah, and they seem to be all kind of normal. Like there's pictures of, Crash when he was there's a picture of Crash's mom holding a baby, and it's his birth year.
Yeah.
And the note on the back first day home from the hospital. And then there's another one when he's in elementary school, because it's the early '80s, so there's not thousands of pictures. of
Sure,
every
but
person,
that's why, in the 80s,
People-
what
yeah.
photos you have are really important because it may be the only copy you have. But just, if there's something weirdly written on the back, I was just investigating
No,
that.
they all seem fairly normal, but there is no picture in
Last
the last
picture of my darling boy.
There's not.
I'm going to just message you something real quick before you finish
Oh.
up with that. But it's totally optional, but
Riveting.
yep.
So the pictures that you found so far, as you're starting to go through them, they all look normal.
Okay.
There's probably a picture of him in a little league uniform, and
You have snooze notifications.
I have, because it's now 10 o'clock, and my
Yeah.
phone said "fuck off."
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Sure. As you get through all the last of the pictures, there aren't. I will say that you notice that there aren't any in the last year and a half. Mm-hmm. There's nothing that recent. But stuck to the wall behind where, like, these are all sort of on top of the file cabinet.
Yeah.
And on the wall behind there is like a clipping of the accident that Crash was in that talks about how, grievously wounded child of blah, 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 local scientists, that kind of stuff. And it's up on the wall.
I'm going to just, log that away. Because I also remember what David said, too. Okay. Those are my questions.
All right.
Very upsetting.
Just a wee bit.
Did you find anything?
Nope.
It looks like their security building is over here, so I think that's where they might have taken Cassie.
Might be where my dad is, too.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like they're doing some kinds of experiments on the consciousness of people. I found a file here. Is this ring a bell to anybody? I don't recognize any of these names.
You said you weren't into robots, but what else are you into science-wise?
Stories, science fiction. So, like, the mythos of robots, but not the actual comprehension and programming of.
Okay. Because, I have, the files, and I just kind of, put them in my backpack and just,
Right.
Okay, never mind. Gotta find Cassie.
But yeah, you guys, when he points it out on the computer, even though you're not really computer people, you understand, the file sizes listed are just massive.
Yeah.
Have you opened any of the files?
I think I've tried to open one or two, depending on seeing how long they take to load and seeing how long it's taking. I'm guessing they're huge.
As they're loading, I mean, line, do they look anything like the printouts that we have from the...
A little bit. It's less of a jumble. It's really more of
But is the coding the same? We have
Number, emotion.
happiness.
kind of
497.
Yeah, it's sort of It definitely has a whole sort of a listing of that kind of stuff, and everything like that. Yeah.
Okay.
But a lot of stuff is more organized and sort of branches, like an Active Directory structure.
Right.
So
rather than just a lump of, hey, this was stuff that we
Just a jumble of
found
things that we
happened.
have gathered from everywhere and thrown into a bucket.
I don't know, guys.
We should find Cassie. Cassie might be able to find out more about this.
Yeah, if anybody's going to be able to figure that out, it's going to be Cassie.
She'll understand more about this. I think she's probably over here, and that's probably where they have your dad, too.
Yeah. We should go.
Any ideas how we can get in there?
I have this. And I have the key card.
Well, yeah, that'll work if no one's at the guard gate.
And on the desk is Crash's dad's.
It's a good backup plan.
We should probably take it.
We're totally getting all the parents fired.
Additionally, you know that Crash's dad is on the emergency response team.
So you would have access.
Right. But I don't know if any of us could pass for Crash's dad.
It all depends on if anybody sees us.
Yeah,
I saw a movie once where three kids got on their shoulders and a trench coat.
Yeah.
Okay, my dad's not 10 feet tall.
I'm going to pick up the hard hat and put it on Crash's head and, scrunch it down a little bit.
Oh, yeah, Crash's hair has probably gotten kind of bushy. Oh, no, it's not. It's the same length it's always been.
He's like one of those creepy dolls that they had where you can crank it and the hair just grows out.
Oh, so scary.
Nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Do we have another option?
I don't think we do.
In the dark?
Maybe?
Let's try it.
I mean, the risk is we go and slide the thing and walk in there and there's somebody there. That's the problem.
Which there probably will be. It's a
And I don't think the
security.
hard hat's going to help. Let's just go in and we'll say we're lost and looking for someone.
Well, we're looking for your father, right? Who's detained?
Yeah.
I've gotten lost here before. It wasn't that big a deal. Quick montage of like 12 times Crash was lost.
How did you get into the cafeteria?
Yeah, it's just a picture of him like knocking on the side of the big cooling tower.
Yeah.
There's another one.
I feel like we're going to go to all the guard checks, and there's going to be a picture of Crash that says, "If you see this
Yeah.
boy, direct him to that building."
Yeah.
Yeah. Does my dad work here?
So you guys are going to the security building.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Anything else you're taking from this place aside from Crash's dad's key card
Probably the map.
and the file and
Yeah.
like the map notebook?
And the minigun.
Is it a minigun?
Yeah. On your dad's desk,
the
he has
4
like a
kid-sized
little.
chameleon suits.
Yeah.
The big trench coat.
Yeah.
The health level ups.
Yeah. Yeah. All that stuff.
Take the wagon and the
greener.
Holocaust cloak.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and the cheat code.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because I don't think there's an easy way to get the files to take with us.
Yeah, unless... Why don't we do this? I will start the process of printing them, and maybe we can come back this way on the way out and grab as many as they've printed.
I mean, unless one of the floppy disks matches what's like on the computer files, the disks that I was looking at.
Well, there's a whole. It's a whole. Giant
Yeah,
rack
but
of
like
them.
if one had like the same labeling as the files on the computer, you know.
Taking a minute to look at it, it seems like all of them are like sequentially ordered, and it seems like they all are.
I don't know.
That.
I'm kind of worried about messing with this stuff.
Well, there's already an alarm. They won't notice if things are missing. They'll think it's part of the alarm, no?
I just mean this, like the computer stuff. Like, what if we mess something up? It could hurt something.
Well, maybe we just take one of the disks too, and I've got a file with some information. Cassie will be able to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to take the last of the floppy disks
Alright.
that seems the latest in the sequence.
And then sort of like spread out the other one so it doesn't immediately look like there's
Right.
a hole
Well,
in
it's
the
not
in
just
the rack.
like they're big.
Yeah, these are like the 8-inch
yeah.
discs.
Well, yeah, but they're not floppies. They're
Yeah.
like
Right.
in a hard plastic
Yeah.
shell.
Almost like zip drive discs.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah.
old SideQuest drive things where you put it in, you'd hear the thing go and like spin up.
Yeah, I'll put one of them
those
in my
kind of
backpack.
Sure.
Also, is anyone going to take the State of Nevada magnet off of Crash's back? Or-
Has anybody noticed?
I
it?
don't know that we've seen it yet. I mean, right now
You
we're all
really
facing
turn
each other
around.
talking.
Yeah. Yeah. We get
Yeah.
ready to go. Crash is like.
Probably if you
Okay.
start walking out,
Yeah.
it's going to be really obvious on
Yeah.
your back.
Yeah.
And
He's going to lead the way out of here for sure.
oh yeah, then it's totally getting pulled off of your back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Because it's a magnet right where his legs are. Like, just taking random.
No, it's on my back.
Right, but
lower
if it was,
back.
But if it was shorting out
on the lower
the
back.
lower back because it's a
Oh.
magnet
But you
on
have,
the...
you have the benefit of temporary tramp stamps anytime you want. You just slap a different magnet on there.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be like
20 years in the future, in the 2000s, and they start making those things to put on cars. Like,
Yeah.
you just
Yeah,
get anything you
right.
want, man.
like Crash. There's a magnet on your back,
Oh, no, I checked earlier that they don't stick.
and I'm going to just reach over and like pull it off.
It's alright. You're real. I'm real. Everyone here is real.
Merci. And like grab Francois a big hug.
I'll return the hug. It's a hug.
Yes. Hug success.
So, you guys march
Body
on out.
move.
As you're walking by Jeff, he goes, "Oh, okay, did you talk to your dad? Is everything okay?"
Yeah, I'm supposed to go meet up with my mom. We're going to be back in a minute.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, you know. And he, on the way out, like, he hits you all with a barcode scanner on your badge. Beep, beep, beep. And then when the fourth one goes, the lights automatically switch back from the yellow tint.
Okay.
And-
Thank you.
no, nice to meet you.
They'll say, thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right. Have a good
Smooth,
night,
Francois.
kids. And then you are now out you're able to start walking over towards the security building, which I think is a good time for us to end.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that was awesome.
Woo!
So, first off, thank you, Joey, for sitting in.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me
Thank
play.
you
It was so much
good.
fun.
This was so good.
So much fun.
And thank you for your brilliant idea on how to get into the story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Is,
Shower thoughts. Shower thoughts for the
Yeah.
win.
Everyone was told when the reveal happened. There was just shock and
Yeah.
amazement.
Also, well done on the French accent.
Thank you.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
practiced that a bunch? Or?
Honestly, it's one of the accents I can slip into really
Ugh.
easy, which is a shame because on Spaniards Ghost, I tried to do an English accent and it lasted like
Yeah.
15 seconds. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck it. But no, yeah, French was easy.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Excellent.
And then next week, it'll be back to Monster.
Monster
Hearts
Hearts, yes.
on
Are we going to
Monday.
do 2 rounds of questions next time we do
right.
this?
Oh, well.
Or should we?
Because we're running long. We can also do it on the Slacks
On the
or
Slacks.
something.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
just
Oh,
do a
yeah, we'll
quick
do
recap.
an
Slack
offline
questions.
one this time.
No
Yeah.
problem. Yeah, we can do that. And then we'll be all caught up.
But yeah, next week is Monster Hearts, and we'll be back to our regular rotation, bouncing
Week
off
to week
between
to week to
that.
week.
I will be here every Monday to destroy all of your hopes and dreams.
We cannot wait.
And then
And then
And,
Joey
uh,
will be here next week, too.
Woo!
And Sunday is L5R starting
Yes.
up. And then the following Sunday is the grand finale of the Demigods campaign.
So excited. So good.
So I have 2 weeks to get to shotgun all the episodes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're like 4 hours each, so good luck.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Although I will say, us at 1.5 speed, we are like some Snappy Gilmore shit. The Gilmore Girls like repartee is good. So it's easy to catch up.
For me, it's awesome because I put it on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
even the video stream,
Yeah.
and I just have one earbud in while I'm like doing shit around the house.
Oh, yeah.
and I'm like, great.
Yeah, that's
okay.
what I do too.
Absolutely gets me through my workday. So great.
I'm glad.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely a commute thing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep. But yeah, we'll be back to L5R, which I got to gear up for.
Yeah.
Because I found out about the fact that we were coming back yesterday afternoon
Oh, that's nice.
when you guys announced it at the end of
Oh,
Demigods.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh shit!
Good
Are you running that? Is
news!
that
You're
your game?
playing L5R
No, Stu's
again.
running the game, but I still have to make a character again. 'cause we're switching back to the other
I
system.
see.
Fourth
Yeah,
E?
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
right, back. Yeah.
So I have to remake the character from that beta version of the game in the older version again.
I see.
Which I like the older version of the system much better. We'll see what the actual
Yeah.
version
I
comes
like
out.
where the new version is going. It just needs a little love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then if I could also, I'm part of another AP podcast, and we just had 5 episodes drop, and it's been really fun too. And it's 12-Sided Stories, Otherworld London, and we just recorded the AP podcast, but Wes Otis of Plate Mail Games had set up, so there's music and sound effects throughout the entire production.
Awesome.
It's really, really
He's
cool.
a very talented dude.
Yeah, that thing, like, the story's been heating up, and it's pretty crazy. So that's been a really fun game to be a part of as well. It's the Call of Cthulhu 1890 game system.
Yeah, it sounds really fun. I've got it queued up in my podcast. Just haven't started it yet.
Yeah, it's impressive. Like, I listen to it, I'm like, wow, he makes me sound like not an idiot. So this is cool.
Nobody can help me.
Yeah, nor me.
we're just here having a good time.
Bumbling through.
Yeah. Anything else from anybody? Anything fancy happening?
Nope.
All right.
Yep.
Well, then have a great night, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us.
Thanks for
Good
joining
night.
See you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
in. Bye.